Friday, you bastards.
They say that things are not quite right on Wall Street.
Hello, George.
The Dow is sinking lower every day
on Wall Street.
But Alan Greenspan says there's hope. I think that proves he's smoking dope. 'Cause my portfolio is DOA on Wall Street.
On Wall Street.
I'm gonna cash in all my stocks on Wall Street and stick the money in my sock, not Wall Street.
Not Wall Street.
My savings will be safer there. I'll stop feeding it to the bears because the Dow ain't going nowhere on Wall Street.
On Wall Street.
The Dow ain't going nowhere on Wall
WQAM.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Rogers?
How come I hear that echo now, George? Yes, sir, go ahead.
How you doing, Neil? My name's Lance, and I just wanted to talk to you about your billboards.
Yeah.
I'm in the modeling business, and I have a...
Yeah, this is Reverend Jones.
Now, I don't know who he is. But
Yeah, we do. Anyway, nice to hear from Reverend Jones to get us started on a Friday. He's in the modeling business. What?
He couldn't even wait for the Open to finish playing.
Exactly. Well, he wanted to, segue off since Moe's obviously so whipped up about the billboards and makes it into this thing like, well, bozo, don't you understand? Your audience they're already listening. We know that. We're giving the people who are already listening a little heads up on where they are because, they like the show. And, of course, you'd probably be talking about where yours is, too, except that most of the people don't like your show. And you only got one anyway, one small one, and a billboard.
With no lights on it.
Right, with no lights because George and Beaner Boy are up there with their ladders poking the lights out with their shiv. But he went through that whole herniatic thing numerous times, and then again at the end of the show, I thought he was going to bust a gut. He was going to, pop one right there at the end of the show.
It's funnier every other time he does it.
In addition to which, doesn't he always tell us he doesn't listen to the show? And so how does he know I'm talking about the billboard locations? We even plugged where his billboard was, too, which I noticed he don't care about that. See, it's the idea that the people who are already listening, they're curious. They want to see what they look like. It's not a question that we don't understand that they're already listening. We do know that, Mo. I understand you're a lot sharper than we are, okay? A lot sharper than our Ginsu knives. We understand that, Schmendrick. But the fact of the matter is that we like to tell our people because they want to see, in addition to which my face is on there because it's that's my face. That's why we're on radio.
And another
Is Don Imus beautiful?
No.
Is Howard Stern lovely?
No.
Whoever said that people on radio had faces for outside? But that doesn't mean if you have a Howard Stern billboard, his picture might not be on it, or Don Imus who looks like a dead man, or me who looks like whatever I look like crap. Who cares? See, because we're not vain. We're not trying to project some phony image that some people do. I'm not going to mention no names,
I can't stop.
I know you can't help yourself. It's your thing. It's you. And speaking of Mo, if you go to the website right now, or any time you get a chance, but right now would be a good time. Get a good chuckle. Anybody who hasn't seen it, go to neilrogers.com right now. Scroll down under the poll, which, by the way, the Howard Sperm people messed with our poll right at the end. Did you see that?
Yeah,
They didn't fool us. Mad Dog won it.
All right.
But at any rate, underneath the poll result where it says features, you'll see the lovely Troy Stratford, formerly number 23 Miami Dolphin running back. We used to be a good guy. And he's got the stolen Moe Howard David weekend hairpiece on there. Look at that. And it's hopping up and down. It's the old up and down all over Troy's head. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, we picked up the spare hair.
Woo! In fact, that was the piece that was going to be, if we had Moe's picture on a billboard, that was the piece that we were going to have on there. But that's why we couldn't put the picture. We lost the piece.
As the billboard changes?
Troy intercepted it. So here's the addresses of the billboard. It's just amazing to me how whipped up to a frenzy he is about that, which I guess what he's really porked off about is the fact that we got, 4 or 5? And he's got that one little dinky billboard. Well, that shows what they think of you, Mo, which ain't much. It ain't much. And you don't want to know why?
If there's a but, I smell it.
That's the problem. You got your nose up the wrong asses. Anyway, 1,562 votes allegedly on yesterday's poll. While Petey Lenny was in there hocking and chiming, all of a sudden they were busy diddling with the poll. Because Mad Dog was ahead comfortably by about 15 votes all morning long. I kept peeking at it, and the poll too. Oh, and speaking of peeking at it, boy, was George, I'm telling you, when you're wrong, you go way off. I mean...
We already covered this. You didn't see the first episode.
No, we covered this off the air,
yeah.
mister.
All right.
We're going to cover it on the air.
Go ahead, thrash me. You didn't see that first episode.
Because I promoted the hell out of this show, Are You Hot, on ABC. There was a full-page ad and some whatever for it, and I was promoting the crap out of it.
I saw it. You didn't.
And you saw it, and you said, this show blows, blah, 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 blah. And that was it, because I asked you how the hell it was.
They had a weak bunch of people on
They
that
had
first
a
show.
weak bunch the first week. You could spell it with two E's or with an E-A-K,
right.
however it was weak.
And you love Lorenzo.
But I watched it last. It's got nothing to do with Lorenzo. I don't really care who the judges are. That's just,
what?
Meaningless.
Oh.
Nobody watches that show to see who the judges are. Although if Lorenzo looked like he used to, some of us might. Now, what does this say? What is this? Neil Wayne Wright, three-time winner of the Triple Crown in the 30 to 40s, died. Wayne Wright? What does that mean?
I don't know. I thought it'd mean something.
In the 30s and 40s? Oh my God! From Rick, who must be 120 years old. Thank you, Rick, for the scintillating information. Anyway, we'll get back to Are You Hot, which inspired me for our poll today. We got a great poll about reality TV shows, which I didn't realize there were like 6,000 of them.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, yesterday we asked our very growing poll, man. The popularity is incredible. What are we up to, 45,000 votes now since I looked away? Yes. They're just going wild. Look at that. Are you checking those numbers?
Yeah.
There was like 1,400 and some odd when P.D. Lenny came in. Now all of a sudden there's 1,600. Anyway, the last number before I printed this out was 1,562 votes. Howard Stern 295, Mad Dog 291, which we know is bogus. The Howard Sperm people are pumping them in like crazy. Now it's part of that ego thing again, you know? It is what it is. Just accept it. Mad Dog, more people listen to Mad Dog who listen to this show than anybody else. Howard Stern was a very strong second. It was a good horse race. Phil Hendry had 176. He was third.
Are you sure?
Fat Rush Limbaugh had 155. Schmidt had 130, and of course a lot of those, especially the Schmidt votes yesterday, were phony. They were also pouring in like in clumps, in clusters. The Humper had 116. Hank Goldberg. Randy Rhodes, 104, which I'm still. Do you really believe that?
Yeah.
You kept saying that all day yesterday. I believe it.
Peter.
Just the sound of that just makes me. Bob and Tom, it was all small potatoes after that. Bob and Tom had 52. Paul and Old Ron on Zeta 44. Joe and Mark had 30, even beating out Moe Howard David. They're on in the wee hours of the morning when nobody's awake, and they still had more votes for people listening to them than Moe Howard David. They had 30, he had 28. Pretty weak, Mo. No wonder he's so belligerent. Bozo. Romy had 23. I think he's still pissed off about the Doreen business. You know what I mean?
No, explain it.
I think he's really got a big bug up his old smelly.
Rectum.
Got a bug up his ass, man. It's crawling around in there. It's driving him nuts. See, that opens up the Pandora's box for some more homophobic comments you can make on Monday. Take some notes, Mo. That's his main thing. Anti-women, anti-fags. That's basically the whole thing on your show now. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if we have a whole bunch of women's and gay organizations go after his ass now.
What about the dykes?
What did I just say? Gay organizations. Moe Howard David at 28. This poll yesterday, other than Neil, what radio personality you listen to most? Jim Rome. Romey had 23. Steve Kane, 16. Jeff DeForest, 14, who was a late addition. Defoe with his 85 billboards. By the way, today we'll be telling you where all of Defoe's billboards are, too. George Nuri, Al B. Silk, Dr. Laura had 13. Rick Shaw had 11. Ricky Ticky. Tom Joyner, the fly jock, had 9. Ed Kaplan at 8. Joyce Kaufman, 6. Joe Rose had 6. The Big Lip Bandit had 5. And Footy, 3. That's because we don't have his, little kids that listen to his show. They don't listen over here on AM. And certainly not on this station. Eddie, not the chronic asshole faxer, says the new fashion of freedom this and freedom that, as opposed to French this and French that, only further solidifies the stupidity of Americans, because the funny thing is they actually are Flemish fries, Vlaams fritas, which are Belgian. It was the Belgians who invented French fries.
Yeah, but where do they stand on this issue?
Between Iraq and Iran. It was the illiterate of the Western Hemisphere who decided they were French fries to begin with. Love you tons. Thanks for continuing to trudge on this shallow-minded quagmire, says Eddie. Another Eddie, not the chronic. Thank you, Eddie, not the chronic. Thank you very much. Yeah, the Belgians invented it. So if we have to do this, if these people are compelled to show their childishness to the world, why can't we just call them fries?
Don't we anyway? Pretty
Want
much.
fries with that? Nobody
Right.
says, you want French fries with that? Nobody says that.
Large fries.
Nobody goes
small
into
fries.
a drive-thru at Burglar King and says, oh, give me a Big Mac or whatever the hell it is. What do they serve? What's Burger King got?
Whopper.
Whopper. Give me a Whopper and order a large French fry. Huh? Anybody say that?
No.
Of course not. But there are some people who just have to make a big simus out of everything just to make their point. We hate you French bastards.
Yeah.
And we do hate the French, but for different reasons.
Sure.
We always hated the French. At least we're consistent. Oh, look at this. Or Elizabeth's ordeal.
Oh!
Elizabeth Smart is home safe, by the way.
Oh!
And we got more of her relatives on there all over the place. Oh, police say she suffered psychological damage. Isn't that shocking? Aren't you surprised? Aren't you surprised?
Wow.
Boy, I don't want to make light of it, but it's just... And then last night, speaking of bad hair pieces, Aaron Brown with a really bad red hair piece on there, looks like a beaver dot on his head. He's going through his little speech. He has like a little monologue he goes through 10 o'clock every night. And about, well, we don't apologize for the coverage here because nothing has really changed in the UN or on the war front, and blah, 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 blah. And this is a feel-good story about how we found Elizabeth. You know, he's trying to rationalize the fact that the media are in a feeding frenzy over this story and just beating it into the ground like they do with everything else. On and on and on and over until you got Elizabeth Smart coming out of every orifice in your body.
Rectum.
You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough already. Well, when they get a little more information about these scumbags that kidnapped her, and when they decide what time and what channel they're going to blow their brains out on national TV, then let us know. Then we'd be delighted to hear that. But other than that, I think we've heard more than enough from all these relatives. And this is another thing that's disturbing to me, is that all the friends and relatives, every time one of these things comes along, they just can't get enough coverage. They can't be on enough networks. They can't be on enough to thank everybody. After the first 500 times, it gets to be a little bit ponderous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
The uncles, they want their 15 seconds of fame. Anyway, I don't care what George said. Are You Hot was really hot last night. It's a great show, and now they're finally catching on. They're finally getting, but that's just a parade of flesh. And I say,
All right.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we want.
Last night was hot.
Last night was just fine. There was something there for everybody, even if you don't like Lorenzo Lamas. Who cares? 9:13 at 560 WQM. It's getting to be 100 degrees in the shade just about every day. In fact, it's going to warm up here this weekend, 50s.
Oh!
All right. But down there like 90s. Does turning on a hot stove to cook dinner in that kind of weather turn you off like a lot of people? It probably does. Maybe you should start thinking about grilling already, even though it's only the middle of March. And for all your barbecue needs, shop at Barbecues Galore. They've got the guaranteed lowest prices in town. And this weekend, they get even lower because Barbecues Galore is holding their big, humongous annual spring sale. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday only, take advantage of huge savings like 15% off on most barbecues and accessories at Barbecues Galore. Save over $275 on a 52-inch Grand Turbo stainless steel cart with rear rotisserie, stainless grills, and side burner. The price is unbeatable. Or how about saving on a Weber grill, which I have a Weber grill myself. They're sensational, just great for tailgating. There's a barbecue for every price range, and smokers, patio heaters, and accessories, and cookbooks and sauces. All of these things are all on sale, too. You get a big selection, awesome sale prices, a knowledgeable and friendly staff. They fit you with the right grill just for what you need. Top brands, great service, and the annual spring sale going on today through Sunday only at Barbecues Galore. They're your barbecue specialist. Don't forget, save 15% all this weekend at Barbecues Galore. You'll find them in Plantation and Coral Springs. For the exact locations and more info, call toll-free 1-800-GRILL-UP. 1-800-GRILL-UP for Barbecues Galore.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
French people piss me off.
The Middle Eastern world will be exploded. Saddam had people killed with the gas that we sold him. First time aggressor nation and the only one that's going. Now more blood will be spilled to get that oil flowing. Forget about Korea and the nukes they're toting, and the right wing is drilling it over and over into our head that Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. Thousand people killed are now forgotten. Let's exploit them instead. Hey, there's oil to be gotten. Going after Saddam to placate Osama. There's no longer mention of the name Bin Laden, but no one seems concerned. All
comfy and complacent, believing every word of this cartel administration that controls us by fear through media manipulation. And the right wing is drilling it over and over into our heads that Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. The loss of civil rights is the price that we're paying. We're all suspects now, Nazi Ashcroft is saying. I have nothing to hide, table talkers all are saying. Blind obedient cattle don't have any reservation. Without unprovoked battle and world annihilation, old regimes must fall and Halliburton installed with no objection at all. Democrats don't have the balls, and the right wing is drilling it over and over into our brainwashed heads. Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. Yes. Only Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction.
Great news for George. The war starts Tuesday. Oh! All right. Aren't you lucky? And I was thinking about something.
What's that?
Ordinarily, when there's anything going on in the world, our station might be one of the last that anybody would tune into unless it's a ball game or some kind of a golf tournament or some crap like that.
Or like a sports emergency.
But sports. That's a great line. We ought to have a sounder for that. Uh-oh. QAM sports emergency. Yeah. No, but seriously, because thanks to our good friends at Cheap Channel, there is no more news station.
Right.
So they're locked into like Dr. Laura and Lardass and stuff like that. Right. So
nor is there any local talk.
Howard!
I said local.
I see. Oh, that's right. She's in Palm Beach. Well, what time is she on anyway, the goddess?
Carlos?
I have no idea.
Help. Afternoonish.
In Palm Beach. Are you crazy? I mean, how would I know?
How the hell would we know? Well, I'll tell you. Ask
Peter.
Leonard. He might know.
Peter.
Is that where he's going?
I don't know but I think she's on in the afternoon. But forgetting about that, so the idea is, since we have the flexibility, like if something's happening in the world, you just...
A diplomat from one of the...
Right. Thank you, Paula. You just open up the pot and there it is. So the moment that the hostilities start, when you're on the air anyway, you just open it up, pot it up, and you're going to have a big week next week, I think, because the war starts Tuesday.
Oh!
Huh?
And we'll have lots of food in here so that we can just eat and listen to...
we can have a big war party.
Right.
Sounds good to me.
I'll bring my war paint.
I might come down for it, but I doubt it. So here's the poll today, and again, I don't care what anybody says, you're entitled to your own opinion. This is a good show, and, you know, assholes like Tom Jicka can write, well, this is just gratuitous flesh. You know what? That's what the public wants, Tom, including me, including George, including Carlos, and probably including Tom, you know? We're not looking for so much intellectual stimulation on TV. Maybe once in a while, you know?
Right. A flesh parade.
Right, a flesh parade. What's wrong with that? That's what the public wants, right?
Right.
F&A, TNA, and F&A. So my poll question today, and I didn't realize it was going to be such a star-spangled banner of so many shows. God.
Yeah.
Because you know the great originality of TV.
Mm-hmm. If there's one, there's a billion.
If there's one and it's a hit, there's 1,000. Although you notice how fast the quiz show thing petered out?
On account of it sucked, maybe?
On account of the quiz shows they came up with sucked, and on account of the fact that they just drove them into the ground. Who wants to be a millionaire 15 times a week? And they killed it. Like everything else television touches, they kill it. They butcher it. And that's all they know how to do. They overdo everything, like the Elizabeth Smart thing, like the Alien stuff. They can't just do it and do it well. If it catches on and somebody says, hey, we like that, oh, great. It's like if you had a steak.
Yeah.
And you said, boy, that was a delicious day. Oh, here, have 10 more. Well, no, I only wanted one. Yeah. No, here, have 20 more. And you finally start puking on steak. You know, you finally start upchucking meat. Anyway, which TV reality show do you like best, speaking of meat? Are You Hot? Thursday nights on ABC, by the way. They had an excellent panel last night. And there were, like, I would say, 3 guys and 3 chicks that were, like, pretty goddamn good. And maybe more than that. I forget. They were good. Huh?
I can't remember that one girl's name. Didn't we figure it out before the show and I forgot
Rachel,
already? Rachel, yeah.
See? I know. Rachel, and then and I even looked back, if you go to their website, Are You Hot? They got the contestants from all 4 or 5 weeks, whatever that's been on the air. They're all on there. And there's some people that, quite frankly, their picture shouldn't be on my billboard.
Well, they could have better pictures, not just bigger, but like...
Oh, when you look like that, how could you have your picture on a billboard? You want people to... Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. Everybody knows what I look like, and I'm an old fag. It looks bad, and that's the way it goes. I got a face for radio. It doesn't bother me.
I saw it again this morning.
That's what happens when you're a personality, when you're a celebrity, is people know what you look like. And to be honest with you, there's Larry King on CNN right now. They just showed his ugly puss. Yeah, I'm not even in the same category with him when it comes to ugly. But he don't mind. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that, right? The Virginian, the gunslinger, Wyatt Earp, Gunsmoke, Bonanza. I mean, everybody was like going into Lone Ranger, the Lone Stranger, Wild Bill Hitchcock. They were all on there. And the same with cop shows, same thing.
Oh.
So TV, if something goes over, man, like, oh, it's a hit, it's a freaking hit. Like Robert Duvall said, it's a big, big, fat-titted hit. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. That was Howard Beale, of course. Hey, maybe they could have Howard Beale as one of the, that's right, he's dead. Damn it. See, if they just had Peter Finch around, they could have him honored to be one of the judges on Are You Hot?
I'm as mad as hell, but I'm not going to take this anymore.
In fact, maybe they could just prop his body up there to replace Lorenzo Lamas to make you happy since you hate Lorenzo Lamas so much. You're just jealous because of how he used to look.
Whatever.
Look at it this way. He don't look so great anymore, so you ought to feel pretty good about that. He's looking worse by the day. What was that movie he was in with all the snakes?
Snake Eater, but there was no snakes in it. Well, maybe there was a snake.
Yeah, there was. He kept grappling with that big snake.
And then he made Snake Eater, too. He's a goofball.
But he sure did used to look good. In fact, he could have been on that show as a contestant as opposed to a panelist. But you're right, he's doing the Howard Stern routine. Funny you mentioned that to me this morning, because as I listened to him doing the judging last night, I thought, he's starting to sound like Howard, you know? I don't mean our Howard.
Leaning back and trying to be cool and just shut up.
I like him.
Just vote.
You're okay in my book, Lorenzo. Don't take any crap off this little banana, this guava-eating spick. 27 past 9 at 560 WQAM. That's going to be a regular on my schedule is Are You Hot? Huh? Hey, Mo, are you hot?
No.
Hey, I'll tell you a place that's really hot. That's Emerald Coast Chinese Buffet. In fact, whether you're lovely, whether you're ugly, whether you're, slim, whether you're a gigantic tub. And, of course, at all buffets, you'll see some people and you'll think, what are they doing at a buffet? Why are they well, that's how they got like that. Practice makes perfect. 3 locations of the great Emerald Coast Chinese Buffets. Try them this weekend. Go for a feast before the war starts. Isn't that always a good idea to, stir up for the famine?
Sure.
You'll find them in Sunrise, North Miami Beach, and their newest location in Pembroke Pines. Everything is fresh and delicious. Nothing sits out there getting moldy and oldie. 6 different kinds of soups. They got dozens of succulent entrees, Oriental surf and turf on the weekends like this weekend, and New York strip made to order at that great gourmet center. That's a sizzling Asian grill where they feature teriyaki steak and shrimp and chicken and seafood, hand-carved prime rib, all cooked to your order. And when you walk out of the Emerald Coast, you'll be gesund and puppig, as the Chinese say. You'll be full to the gills and you won't have any headache. No MSG, no cornstarch, and they cook only with cholesterol-free oils. Their buffet features a full salad bar, a new sushi bar, fresh shrimp cocktail, and, even better news, Emerald Coast's famous Lobster Fest is back featuring lobster thermidors and lobster bisque. And if you have room for dessert, which will be a miracle, but try to save a little, pace yourself, in about the 3rd or 4th hour, get over to the dessert bar, featuring pies and cakes, pastries, ice cream with all your favorite toppings, and fresh fruit, the perfect ending to a major, major pig out. 3 locations of the great Emerald Coast Chinese Buffets. They're in Sunrise, Pine Island at 44th Street. They're on Collins Avenue, just north of 163rd Street, North Miami Beach, and also at the intersection of Flamingo and Pembroke Roads in prestigious Pembroke Pines. Look for the new Oriental chicken salad, too, at the Emerald Coast. They accept reservations. Takeout delivery available, too. Call 954-572-3822. 954-572-3822. Give it a shot this weekend. You'll love it. The Emerald Coast Chinese Buffet.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Phil Rogers.
God.
Tonight, Dole and Clinton.
Let me ask you something, Bob. What's your wife looking for?
Bob Dole says. What do you mean?
Every time she makes a speech, she's staring up at the sky.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you something about Iraq. I ordered 79 bombing missions in Iraq back in '98, but your people put a stop to it. Desert Fox ring a bell?
But Bob Dole says you got a blowjob. Your fault. All your fault.
Your people are fixated with my penis and still are.
Bill, you ignorant slut.
At least I don't need any help for my penis.
Bob Dole could always use a hand.
Bob, are those garter socks you're wearing?
Why? You want a date? You're not my type.
Hey, Bob, can you do this?
No. Bob Dole says no.
Oh, do this really fast. Look, I'm making shadow puppets.
I'm not even in the same room, stupid.
I know you can't see me.
All the same to me, communist.
Yeah, I'm done. Don, you got my check.
934 560 WQM. Now, is that for real on line one or is that a joke, Carlos?
It's real.
It says Pompano Park, Brian Sears. Hello.
Hello. I have to get Brian. He's right next to me. I ride around, Neil, every morning, and I've heard you praise Brian Sears, and I said, well, I got to wait till I come to his barn because he's not usually here in the morning.
Right.
He's here right now, about 10 feet. He was waiting like 5 minutes. Let me just hold him 2 seconds. Here he comes. Brian, here he is. He's on the air. Here he comes. He was standing there while you were doing the whole monologue there. Here he comes. Here, this is the man that calls you sweetheart. Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hi, this is Brian Sears.
Is it really?
This is Brian Sears.
Yeah.
I just called to tell you that I enjoyed your show and thanks for all the things that all the nice.
How long are you sticking around, Brian?
I'm going to stay down here till the middle of April.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being there.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your show and keep up the good work.
And you too. And no more than 8 in one night, okay, Brian?
Okay.
That's going to be the limit.
All right. Thanks
okay, good luck to you. Okay, I don't know if that was for real or not. Do we know if that was for real? No. I guess it could have been. Maybe it was Wally Hennessy doing a voice. How's it going, Wally? So that takes care of our calls. You had a whole bunch of them on there for a minute, but I guess they ran away, which is fine with me, you know. The poll is up. I don't think we're going to get a big response on this poll. You want to know why? Take a look at what's leading. Out of 40 votes. Sure. We get a quick 40 votes as soon as it goes up. 21, they all suck. Well, whatever you like. You know, maybe we can all sit around watching Sean Hannity or whatever.
Yeah, that's the popular thing to say, but the reality of it all is that
nobody's tracing your vote. We're not going to come to your house and check out which ones you're watching. They don't all suck. In fact, if I wouldn't have been for Are You Hot, Real World and Road Rules had they had some plenty of moments on there too in their time.
Real World this season is a whole new level.
Is it really?
Well, not for you.
Oh. Well, I'm just saying, for whatever anybody wants to see, that's all.
Lesbianism.
Oh, God, you can't be talking about that. I did go out for the intellectuals out there, all three of them. I did go out and get the books yesterday that I was looking for desperately. It must have been my lucky day. Perpetual War for Perpetual Peace by Gore Vidal, and The Hunting of the President by Joe Conason and Gene Lyons, which is a big, thick book, like almost 400 pages. It's big and it's thick. That's what Bubba said. The Hunting of the President, the 10-year campaign to destroy Bill and Hillary Clinton. Excellent book. Already scanned through it. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. 8 million bedtime stories from the tabloids today. So if nobody's got any material, that's okay with me because we got tons and tons of crap here. Let's see. Survivor 5, the Osbournes 5. They all suck 29. That's our crowd. Sour. You're sour, folks. Quit being so sour. I know you're stuck there. That's your problem.
And they're lying.
Yeah, well, you don't know if they're lying or not, but why are they so goddamn negative on everything?
Oh, you know the answer to that.
They're always accusing me. Oh, it's another one of Neil's negative polls. Well, this isn't negative. We're asking you, what do you like the best? That's a positive. Do you like anything?
No.
Is there anybody that you like?
No.
Do you like yourself?
No.
I like hate.
Real World MTV 3, Fear Factor 2, Are You Hot's got a pair, and one of those is mine, so 53 votes. Small Potatoes, nothing. We just haven't hit on. Of course, we didn't put Moe Howard David on this poll or Howard Stern. So it just ain't going to get the kind of response that we're looking for. Very sad. So it's appropriate that I'm handing the keys of the kingdom to you for the next week because you can see that the tremendous enthusiasm we had from them most of this week right down the toilet. You know what I mean?
Well, they're busy.
Doing what?
Duct tape.
Well, getting ready. That's right. Duct taping and that's right. Getting ready for Tuesday in War. Here's Miami. Hello.
Good morning, my faggot friend.
Thanks, Mo. Mo doing a voice on his way up to Boca. By the way, don't break your neck looking at your thing on a turnpike. Spinning around like Linda Blair trying to get one last peek. Well, he's got to see it in the daytime because you can't see it at night, that billboard. Doesn't have your picture on there, Mo. Troy Stratford stole the piece. 5670. Did anybody see that thing on our website? Evidently not.
Besides us.
You would have thought 50,000 people would have been calling just in hysterics over the Troy Stratford bouncy Moe Howard David hairpiece on our website. No, nothing. You know, it's South Florida. I keep forgetting where I'm on the air. Here's Boynton Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I went out and I bought the Michael Moore book, and I bought another one of his books called Downsize This.
Right. That was the first one.
Yeah. Have you read that one?
No.
You got to get your hands on that one too. That one's all about corporate America and And it's a lot like his movie Roger and Me, about the closing down of factories and all of these different things that unfortunately it's written in '96, so a lot of the politics have changed since then, but the policies are still the same within the corporations, and the contributions to the political parties are still coming from the same places. So it's still semi-relevant. Excellent book, though.
Okay.
Yeah, give it a read.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Michael Moore likely to win Oscar, as a matter of fact. If all the scenarios play out as predicted, if the U.S. invades Iraq next week and Michael Moore wins the Best Documentary category for Bowling for Columbine, the 75th Oscar Award ceremony on March 23rd will be a historically controversial event. Given the intense divisions over the war in the U.S., especially in the anti-war Hollywood community, win by Moore could eclipse such historically political years as 72 and 78. In the first case, Marlon Brando sent a model dressed as an Apache woman to reject his Best Actor award for The Godfather in a protest on behalf of Native Americans. In 1978, a pro-Palestinian Vanessa Redgrave won Best Actress for Julia and referred to Zionist hoodlums from the stage of the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion where protesters burned her in effigy outside. Moore's angry documentary condemns American culture as paranoid, gun-crazy at home and militaristic abroad. Put him in front of a worldwide audience of 1 billion, you can expect a forceful tirade against President George W. and his war plans. It says, on the surface, Bowling for Columbine's Oscar win seems as much as a foregone conclusion as the onset of the bombing in Baghdad. How do you like that?
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, he couldn't get it filmed in America.
Oh.
He had to come up here to Canada to find people who would film it for him.
Just
well,
like
we don't
Platoon.
want to put that propaganda on the air.
Right.
We don't want to. So there you go, the great Michael Moore. But we don't want to talk about stuff like that. We want to talk about reality shows.
Oh!
And they don't. They hate them. 54. How many votes we got? 54 out of 101. Almost half say, they all suck. They suck. Blah, you suck. Survivor 9, The Osbournes 9, Real World MTV 6, Are You Hot's got 5, Blind Date 3, American Idol. They're just starting to formulate now. They're just starting to catch on. Got it?
Got it.
19 till 10 at 560 WQAM. What do we got on the... Oh, that's right. Mad Dog's off today. Nice going, Mad Dog. Good thinking. Joe Rose at 1. The Humper doing a show at Gulfstream where he'll be in heaven 3 to 6:50. 6:50, it's UM basketball or baseball against Rutgers. Eddie K after the baseball game. And ESPN Radio for what it's worth overnight.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Esta es el show de la mañana con Bure Rogers. Esta es su cerebro. ¿Tienes preguntas?
It's a terrorist warning. So as you drive on into work, be alert. The White House says we're all doomed now. Can't be sure where they might strike next. Yeah, we're nervous wrecks because of all of the stress. Rumsfeld says we better watch out. He used the word I fear, nuclear. It's a terrorist warning. The government says be prepared. And I'm scared. They say not if, but when now. Non-specific threats are a joke. Yeah, I think there are hopes they could give me a stroke. I think that I just will ignore it, yeah, and live my life. Enjoy the ride, live my life. I can't advise terrorists. Make me sick.
946, 560, WQM, happy Friday to Gil in Homestead, who's becoming beyond chronic on a fax machine, but nevertheless, at least he's responding to what I'm talking about. The Real World on MTV was the original. Every season it gets better, says Gil.
Yeah, he's right.
Gil gets a thrill from the Real World. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. By the way, I'll tell Petey Laney thanks so much for this copy he wrote for Troy Stratford.
Mm-hmm.
Nice going there, Petey, you jackass. What day is he leaving, by the way?
Thursday.
Before or after the war starts? Here's Fort Lauderdale, our lonely only call. Hello.
Hello, Neil?
Yes?
Yes. My report.
Crystal Burger is on the corner of Sunrise and...
Yeah, we already know. Thank you. Sunrise and Power Line. We already know. It's old news. Oh, my God. Woo! It is a scary, you know it? Good thing I got a pile of stuff here. I could go till midnight.
Really?
I could. I got piles, man.
Oh, don't tease me like that.
For example, the oldest human footprints have been found in volcanic ash in Italy. They were made by individuals scrambling down the flanks of an active volcano about 350,000 years ago. Now, the Bible says the world's only 5,000 years old, so what kind of commie pinko propaganda is this, huh?
Satan put the footprints there.
Italian scientists who identified 3 separate fossilized trackways say the people had made them walk on 2 feet using their hands only to steady themselves on a difficult descent. They're the oldest footprints to be found of the genus Homo.
Hey, what?
The group that we belong to, the researchers told the BBC. The genus Homo is what they're saying.
Gay. I'm a homo?
What was it?
Gay.
He's obsessed. Man, if there's anybody more homophobic than Moe, I haven't encountered that person yet. I'm sure we got a few in the audience, which is his crowd.
Dennis.
But my God.
Gay.
Obsessed. Obsessed. And of course, you know what they say about those kind of people?
No, what do they say?
The ones that always point the finger? The
You're
finger
gay.
kind of like does a boomerang. Commentators say the prints were probably made by Homo heidelbergensis.
Sounds like Nazi faggots to me.
Heidelbergensis, a forerunner of the Neanderthals that dominated Europe at this time, and most of what's in South Florida right now at this time, Neanderthals. Paolo Mieto and his colleagues from the University of Padua studied the trackways known to locals as Devil's Trails, and they say they are particularly detailed. The prints were found in the western margin of Roccamonafina volcanic complex in southern Italy in a pyroclastic flow dated back between 385 and 325,000 years ago. Almost 400,000 years old. They're almost ready to live in Sunrise. How do you like that? And yet the religionists out there, no, the Bible says that God created it 5,000 years ago, 5,600, whatever the hell it's supposed to be. And anybody who would believe that crap, God, save us from them.
Oh, God.
56705, because once I get into this tabloid stuff, man, I'm not turning back.
Okay.
The Josie Lambie thing about Jacko tied to the mob with Alvin Malnick. Justin trades Kelly, speaking of tabloid reality shows, Justin Guarini from American Idol. Justin trades Kelly for a guy.
Oi!
Stars noisy sex needles neighbors. Sexy Jennifer Esposito's mating call has her Apple's neighbors fuming. Britney's decoy spells trouble. You know she's got a decoy?
Don't they
Sydney fears dad's explosions and wants to move. OJ daughter trapped in a house of pain. And this is the saddest story of them all. I'm going to put this right on top of my pile. Remember we had the thing a couple days ago about who's going to croak first?
Yeah.
And Jack Parr didn't get too many votes, probably because most of our audience isn't old enough to remember Jack Parr, just me and Boca Brian. Jack Parr was far and away the greatest host of The Tonight Show. He really invented it. I mean, Steve Allen and Jerry Lester were before him, but in terms of what it turned into, with the guests and the table and the chairs, that was Jack Parr started that. He was sensational. Jack Parr silenced by stroke.
Oi!
Not in good shape. 84 and maybe on the way out. You don't care about that because you don't know from Jack Parr.
I saw the old, the clips when they do the history of television and stuff like that.
Charlie Weaver.
Right.
Oh, he had incredible guests. Alexander King. But at any rate, 567, here's a lady in Pembroke Pines. Hello. Or Morris Plains. I'm sorry, Morris Plains, New Jersey.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, I thought it said Pembroke Pines.
I
We didn't get too many calls from Morris Plains.
Morris Plains. I'm in New Jersey. I'm a fan of Tom Welling and Johnny Depp. I've made that known. But what I wanted to say is that the bits...
You made that known?
Yeah.
Oh.
The bits that you're playing are fantastic. I don't know who writes them, if it's all Boca Brian or whoever, but...
No, Moe Howard
brilliant.
David writes them.
Pardon?
Moe Howard David.
No way. I'm glad we got rid of him years ago. But you're stuck for a while. You're just like a little bright spot on the station. I don't listen to anything else on that station.
I don't blame you.
And I love the appearance of the new website. I don't know who that fellow is on there flipping his wig.
Troy Stratford, former Dolphins running back, former football player, now one of our esteemed salespeople.
Is that so?
A man who can't write his own copy, but he's not a bad guy.
It's real cool. It's a good look. Good look on your website.
Well, thanks for recognizing our existence and have a great weekend.
Absolutely. And
Bye-bye.
You have a good week off.
I will.
Well deserved, honey.
I certainly will. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
In fact, as soon as the show ends, I'm going right to the window and jump. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. A very silent crowd here this morning. Maybe they want to talk about war. Do we want to talk about the war?
No.
No. We want to argue about the Iraqis?
No.
No. We'll leave that to the goddess. And I still don't believe it. I don't care what you say. I don't believe that bogus number she had on there. That can't be possible.
The fact that we get all these spy reports all the time, even
we don't get all these. We get one here and one there, like a couple a week, maybe at tops on a big week.
And even the negative ones.
Carlos, do you know what he's talking about?
Never have any idea what he's talking about.
No, I mean, what are you saying? The old yentas, the old talk show groupies, the people who are like obsessed with crap from 100 years ago when that kind of talk was big for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
God. And what does this fax say? Well, I wanted to wish you well on your upcoming vacation. This morning was taped and loco on the Howard David show. What does that mean? Taped and loco.
I don't know.
The guy is so pompous he replayed an interview with some sports agent from the previous day. He just wanted to hear himself talk. Probably just wanted to kill some time because Goldie's out looking for another job. Isn't it funny when they promote the Howard David show, they play a bit about Goldie's wife calling and talking to who wears the pantyhose in the family. They don't even want to promote Moe. Well, that bit, by the way, is older than Methuselah, older than those footprints they found. I'll miss you next week, but we'll tune in to George. Please pass along to George if he gets bored one day, wants to see the phones light up. Pose the question. It's been over 30 years since the Dolphins have won the Super Bowl. What makes you think they'll win it in the next 30 years? He'll get great response, and all he'd have to do is answer the calls with bits. Yes, no,
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
No.
I don't think George is going to be doing that, is he?
No.
No. Going pretty good until he got to that. 567-0560, pound 560. Anyway, I'm going to do the Jack Parr story anyway.
Please, thank you.
Now that they got a bunch of calls on there, they got nothing to say. Jack Parr silenced by stroke. Legendary talk show host Jack Parr is facing his last day without one of his most valuable assets, his ability to speak. The 84-year-old former Tonight Show host's close friend Regis Philbin and Charles Grodin rushed to his hospital bedside to try to cheer him up and offer words of comfort to his beloved wife Miriam. But they were shocked to see the effects on Parr's health from a devastating stroke which robbed him of his famous voice. They tried everything to entertain Jack, but all they got was a flicker of a smile and a brief look of understanding, Miriam, 84, tells the Globe in an exclusive interview. Both Regis and Chuck were upset to see Jack this way, but neither of them let Jack know how they were feeling. And there was a thing, one of the other articles about this. It's not in this one. It's one of the other tabloids about Jack Parr, where he was ripping Larry King in some of the other interviews. And rightfully so. He's one of the few guys that's got the balls to rip a lot of the crap that goes on today. The powder puff interviews and the ass kissing. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you do. So poor Jack Parr, he may be on the way out, and we're pretty upset about that. Those of us old farts like me and Volker Bryan, and that's about it. And maybe Moe. Here's a call from Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, I have a question about CoQ10.
Yeah.
How many milligrams do you take a day, about?
Between 100 and 200.
Do you think it helped you when you got your stroke? Just to rebound as fast as you did?
No. Because I had a very minor, I don't think it had anything to do with that. I don't think it has much to do with your circulation. It has to do with your heart. I think that's why when I had my stress test, which I shouldn't have had, I think that's why my heart's still in good shape, because I've been taking it for years.
Well, I'd say I started taking it about 3 weeks and I can tell the difference.
Yeah. It'll get your pulse rate way down, I'll tell you that.
Right. That's what I feel a lot. I feel
it's great for your heart, man. I'm telling you, I wouldn't exaggerate about it. It's very important stuff.
No, I listen to what you say, and I got Oleomed too, so it's pretty good stuff. So
there you go.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, keep popping it, man. He's popping it, and the Oleomed and the CoQ10 too. He's popping it. What TV reality show do you like best? Well, the votes are starting to pour in, but unfortunately, it's not a good sign. 164, but that ain't exactly pouring in either, is it?
No.
90 say they all suck. God, it's just I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but right now I have to draw the line in the sand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What kind of a town is that? What kind of a place is that?
Sour
so freaking
pussy.
Sour. That explains so much of the crap we get here on the phone. Hey, homo, the same old tired stuff 27 years later. Mm-hmm. The same morons, the same hateful people, the same people just full of they're just disenchanted with life. Man, maybe we can get Dr. Mengele to come in for a couple of weeks and take care of some of these people. A whole bunch of them. We could have like a mass. Dr. Jack could come down, huh?
If you change the question to anything else and still included that option, they all suck. Don't you think?
Oh, they all suck is, that's why I put it on there.
Right.
Can you imagine how few votes we'd have if we didn't put they all suck? It's got 90 votes.
What's your favorite food?
It's got much more than half of the 164 votes, and that's got 94. That's 55% say they all suck. The Osbournes 16, Survivor 14, American Idol 10, Real World MTV 7, Are You Hot 7, Fear Factor 4, Blind Date 3, and the other ones are like small potatoes so far. They don't watch that crap. They're busy watching important stuff. They're listening to NPR and they're watching PBS. You believe me?
No.
No, of course they're not. But they're sure a lot more refined and intellectual than we are.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Friday, you bastard.
Just in time for St. Patrick's Day, K-Smell Records presents Drinking Songs.
I had too much tequila. Yeah, you know how I feel.
Classic drinking songs the whole family can sing together.
9 Coronas, a girl looked good to me, good to me. She looked like family after 9 Coronas. I began to kiss her, undid her zipper. She looked like Claudia Schiffer after 9 Coronas. 1, 2, 3, margaritas.
Drinking songs. Order before midnight St. Patrick's Day and get a free barf bag.
Now I know Budweiser doesn't mix with Jägermeister. There's a bathroom on the right.
All right. 10:02 at 560 WQM. Happy Friday to him since I won't be here Monday. Happy St. Patty's Day. We'll play all the St. Patty's Day bits today, won't we?
Yeah,
you bet. You bet. Oh, there's El Presidente updating his efforts on Middle East peace. Yeah.
After its recent elections, the nation of Israel has a new government.
All we can say to that is...
Oi!
Exactly. Anyway, Josie Lambeat, our close personal friend, who used to be at the Sun Sentinel, has now moved up in the world with the tabloid The Star. Star Confidential is his column. It says, is Jacko married to the mob? Just when you thought that Michael Jackson's life couldn't get any stranger, you hear some news that shows once again and that truth is stranger than fiction. Wacko Jacko's new friend is a multimillionaire South Florida tax lawyer and developer whom law enforcement officials suspected for years of being involved in organized crime. The king of pop and the mob say it ain't so, Jacko. Several sources in the Miami area identified the new man in Jackson's life as Alvin Malnick, who is famous in the underworld as Jackson is in the pop music world. They've had dinners together. Michael has stayed at Alvin's house, and they've been looking like the best of friends, says one source close to Malnick. So who is this guy Malnick? Let's just say he's a smart one. He never got nabbed for anything. Through the late 60s and 70s, Malnick was an alleged associate of the notorious Florida mobster Meyer Lansky.
Oi!
Malnick also co-owns Title Loans of America, a company that charges the poor up to 300% interest on loans. In the early 80s, the New Jersey Gaming Commission didn't mince its words when it banned Atlantic City casinos from doing business with Malnick. It called the 69-year-old man a person of unsuitable character and reputation engaged in organized crime. Malnick denies any mob connection, but his background and reputation make you wonder why Jackson would hang out with him. Stuart Backerman, Jackson's mouthpiece, didn't return calls for comment. Malnick, meanwhile, has been entertaining Jackson at the swanky Miami Beach restaurant that he founded, The Forge. Witnesses saw the two friends chow down on some of the joint's trademark $70 steaks away from prying eyes in the place's wine cellar, where some bottles fetched $75,000. After one such dinner, Jackson was seen serenading Malnick on a piano. Oh, my God. After one such dinner, Jackson was seen serenading Malnick on a piano. Oh, and speaking of playing instruments, you know Elizabeth Smart that they found and she's home and safe and everything like that?
Yeah.
Do you know she did a thing for this show?
That's right, she did. I forgot.
You go, girl. Let's hear it, Liz. 9 months she's held against her will, and she still does this for us, which we appreciate very much. I don't want to harp on it,
but... energy toward reconciliation, reform, and development. There can be no peace for either side in the Middle East unless there is freedom for both. Reaching that destination will not be easy. We can see the way forward. Now the parties must take that way, step by step.
He said call them when the party started.
And America will be the active partner of every party that seeks true peace.
All right.
Nice going, Elizabeth. Oh! Thank you, sweetheart. Alvin and Michael were having a grand old time, one source says. Alvin just had triplets with his 28-year-old wife, and Michael has 3 little ones, so they have a lot in common. Malnick also opened the doors of his $20 million plus 21-bathroom, 40,000-square-foot oceanfront mansion to the singer. Malnick is only one of a slew of wacko-jacko hangers-on who's raised eyebrows among Jacksonologists. Did you know there was such a thing as Jacksonologists?
I do know.
It was just reported that Jackson paid a voodoo doc. Well, we know about that, about the spell. Now comes the alleged mobster. Malnick, by the way, emailed confidential this carefully worded statement when questioned about his relationship with Jackson. I have no present or past business relationship of any kind with Michael Jackson, nor is one contemplated, Malnick wrote. And then Josie goes on to say, you suppose Jackson called on him because the voodoo didn't work, or are we just witnessing the birth of gangsta pop? That's what Josie Lambie says in the Star. Shame on you, Josie. I think we ought to get a picture of Josie Lambie with that same hairpiece bouncing up and down that Troy Stratford's got. That would be great.
See if he'll drive down. We got it here in the studio, you know.
Anti-war Sheen blows up at exec. The quiet controversy swirling around television's commander-in-chief, the opinionated Martin Sheen, who plays President Bartlett on NBC's The West Wing, has exploded. Sheen went ballistic on a rep for the show's maker. The 62-year-old actor is one visible anti-war advocate out there, and his bosses at the show's production company, Warner Brothers, they don't really like it. Could be bad for the show's huge ratings, they say. That view was private until now. Sheen was being interviewed by a dozen foreign reporters March 5th when the topic of war with Iraq was discussed. I'm told Sheen launched into an ugly tirade calling the Bush administration everything from dogs to crazy. Warner Vice President Andrew Schiff didn't like it. He stood up between Sheen and the crowd and said, I'll ask everyone to discuss the show, not politics. Wrong thing to tell Sheen. His face turned beet red as he stood up and yelled, we have the right to talk about whatever the hell we want. Who are you to tell us what we can talk about? Then the two went at it about their respective positions, with Schiff saying, I'm just doing my job, and Sheen countering with, do yours and I'll do mine, among other things. Needless to say, Sheen was a no-show at the company's cocktail party afterward. As for Schiff, he acknowledges a brief moment of understanding and adds Martin's a passionate guy. Right. How do you like that, huh?
You go, Martin.
Don't mess with old Martin Sheeny, man. He gets pissed off and fired up. Now, speaking of reality shows, which this audience obviously wants no part of, 54% say they all suck. Yeah, back at you, okay? Suck this. God. Just right off the bat, you know, like you said, just give them that option and they'll grab it, they'll squeeze it. Everything sucks. We ought to put an option on there, life sucks.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously, on one of the polls in the near future, life sucks.
What's your favorite thing? It all sucks.
Justin trades Kelly for a guy.
Oi!
Another one of these unbelievable stories that nobody wants to deal with.
You're gay.
Jilted Justin Guarini is crying on the shoulder of a high school pal after being dumped by American Idol winner Kelly Clarkson. But those who know the curly-haired crooner are curious about his close relationship with Michael Leach, who grew up with the American Idol runner-up in Pennsylvania. Given the way they often act in public, some people are wondering if they're closer than they let on, says a friend. Now that Justin and Kelly are over, Michael and Justin couldn't be happier.
You're gay.
Rather than be defensive about the relationship, Michael admits he shares a very special friendship with Justin. Justin and I are each other's best friend, Michael tells the Star. Even when we're not together, we've managed to stay close. Michael, who once lived with Justin 24 in Miami, see how it all comes back?
Yeah.
Visited him there while he made the move to the American Idol movie from Justin to Kelly. Not only did Justin, whose romance with Kelly fizzled during filming, fly Michael to Miami twice, but he shared his suite at the Roney Plaza with him. But we didn't sleep in the same bed, Michael explains. To blow off steam, the two often hung out at the old haunt, the Studio Karaoke Bar in the Shelburne Hotel on South Beach. They'd come together and leave alone, says another source. Maybe they met Muffin there. He's big into that karaoke stuff, you know what? They'd come together and leave alone. Shockingly, a videotape shot in February and seen by Star reporter shows Justin and his close companion singing Elton John duets to one another.
You're gay.
You ready for that?
No, not ready.
It looked like they were looking into each other's eyes when they were singing, says another party eyewitness. It was slightly odd watching them sing love duets. Michael doesn't hide his strong feelings for Justin, say sources. He acts as if Justin is his possession, a source tells the Star. How do you like that? But their closeness has led to blow-ups. At Crowbar, a nightclub in Miami, Michael stormed out in a huff because he felt people were mobbing Justin, says an eyewitness. Justin found him moping later that night at studio. That same night, Michael leaped to his feet when a drunken male partygoer climbed on stage to sing and dance with Justin and wrapped his arms around him. Justin slipped out of his hold, but not before Mike could get right up there and start glaring at the guy, an eyewitness said. She stared him down. He stared him down. Also at the studio, the two giggled through a computer game of strip poker, a source says. You can choose what type of model you wish to play with, says the eyewitness. They were playing with a male model. You see a picture developing here?
Yeah, like we didn't
what did
know.
I tell you when that show was first on American Idol? All these assholes are writing all this stuff about Justin and, what's her name? Kelly.
Kelly, yeah.
Yeah. All this guy said, boy, he looks like a real fruitcake to me. He looks, a little, Believe you me, my gaydar is as strong as it gets. I can sniff one out from 1,000,000 miles away. And in his case, even Stevie Wonder could tell, You could smell it. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. How's that phone looking, Carlos? Kind of weak, ain't it? Couple of calls on there, not too much. That's okay, I'll do the work today. It's my last day before vacation. I shouldn't have to do all the work. Which TV reality show do you like best is our poll on NeilRogers.com. Maybe they just aren't voting on the poll that much because they're busy looking at Troy with Moe Howard David's piece bouncing up and down on his head. They all suck. 117, 53.6% say all reality shows suck. The Osbournes 20, Survivor 17, American Idol 13, Real World MTV 10, Are You Hot's got 7. I think it would have more except for the fact that you turned him off on that show and almost turned me off. I just stumbled on it by accident. Fear Factor 7, Blind Date 6, Amazing Race and Joe Millionaire, and Anna Nicole Smith show's got 4. Based on what?
Maybe the fat broads are, but that's
my God. Must be the people like that movie Porky's and all of its sequels. Porky's 1 through 50?
Yes.
So let's talk about Caddyshack. What do you say? 12 minutes after 10 at 560 WQAM. Hey, show me the money. Come out to Pompano Harness Track tomorrow, March 15. And not only will we show you the money, but if you're 18 or older, you can win a chance to get into the money machine and get 20 seconds to grab as much cash and betting vouchers as you can hold in your hands. More than 1,000.
What? How many?
I almost said 100,000. Well, Dick and Steve, they'll come up with the extra. And Brian Sears. More than $1,000 will be up for grabs, and it won't cost you a cent to enter because Pompano Park has free general parking and free admission every day and night. But that's not all. You can also take any losing betting tickets this Saturday night, tomorrow. Print your name and address on the back and enter win not only a chance to get into the money machine, but also vacation trips to the Bahamas, including round-trip airfare from Fort Lauderdale. The grand prize is a trip for two to Treasure Cay Hotel Resort and Marina in Abacoa, Bahamas. You must be present to win tomorrow. That's Saturday, March 15. Sounds a lot like tomorrow to me. There will also be music, fun, great harness racing action. Pompano Park, a block south of Atlantic Boulevard on Powerline Road. First post time Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 7:15. And don't forget simulcasting every day, 7 days a week at Pompano Park.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
You bastard.
Looks like heartburn. Showtime.
Wait, look. They don't just have heartburn.
They also have pressure and bloating. That's gas.
Oh, no.
Holy crap. Exactly.
Sorry, guys. They need more than just heartburn relief. They need Maalox Max.
Yeah, Maalox Max and a mop.
Fast heartburn relief plus strong gas relief. Maalox Max.
Does it treat diarrhea? Guess not.
10:17 at 560 WQM. Look at that. The market's up again, 76 points on the Dow, and a few points on the NASDAQ. I can't see what it is if he ever gets his stupid head out of his way. Come on, let's go here. Let's put the stupid 7.5 points on the NASDAQ. Not too shabby after a big day yesterday. What do you think? Is it on the way back?
No.
56705. I had a vision last night. Not a vision. What would you call it? Like, I was conjuring up a
dream
a night dream. And when I went to bed and I put my head on a pillow and of course realizing I was doing this show today and then I had next week vacation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In other words, I was thinking about going to sleep the night before your last show before vacation. Ordinarily I don't think about that, but I thought about it in the context of what if it was my last show at the end of the contract and today was the last day? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
And I thought, wow. Yeah. Let me tell you right now, if I last that long, if we all stay alive that long, that's going to be some show.
Yeah, what a show.
That is going to be some show. Make no mistake about it. I can't wait for that day. I can't wait for that night before when I put my head on a pillow knowing that when I wake up in the morning, I shave, I schmitt, I shower, I do all of those SH things, and I come on the air. Huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's going to be a real barn burner, baby, because I'm not going to hold anything back. Not that I hold too much back now, but it's all going to flow, man. Like opening up Moe's colostomy bag. It's going to flow and blow. You just wait.
And flow some Moe?
Yeah. In fact, maybe we'll have flow on the show. Here's a call from Opelika. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
I got two things. I have a question. Who was it that the girl that sings that song about Randy Dreamboat?
Anna Maria Alberghetti.
Yeah, that's a great song. I request that. And also a suggestion for a future poll, possibly favorite war protest song.
Okay.
Okay.
I can tell you, Weapons of Mass Destruction is mine.
Yeah, I like that. I like even the Peter, Paul, and Mary. Where have all flowers?
Where have all the goofballs gone? Where have all the folk songs gone? Yeah. Okay. Have a great weekend, pal.
You too. Have a good vacation.
Thank you. Where have all the protest songs gone? Huh? We're not going to play no protest songs, except, of course, for Weapons of Mass Destruction, which everybody agrees that Boca Brian piece is a masterpiece. Didn't I tell you?
Yes.
Number 1 with 3 bullets. Unbelievably good. Even people who want the war, even the right-wingers out there, even the chicken hawks, they probably like this song just for the hell of it, because it's such a good job. Nice job, chicken neck, oyster neck. 141 people say all TV reality shows suck. I don't know why I'm looking at it that way, because I'm forgetting what our poll really, in one way, it's therapy.
Sure.
It's a therapeutic way for these crazy people to get it out of their system.
And no for the sucking.
Yeah, there you go. You don't have to suck around and pretend you like him. Just,
and no for the sucking.
Everybody sucks. What's wrong with a little sucking? The Osbournes 24. And I'll say it again. I don't like that show, but I do like him. He's a hoot.
Right.
If they could just show the Pepsi spot over and over again, that'd be better in their show and probably get a bigger number. Survivor 21, American Idol 16, Real World MTV. Yeah, there have been some good shows there at 12. Fear Factor 8, Blind Date 8, Are You Hot 7, Amazing Race 6, Joe Millionaire 5, and everybody else small potatoes after that. Out of 200 and some odd 50, whatever it is. See, the problem, what part of the problem is? The demographics on the reality shows. If I was still on Zeta, if we were doing the show on a real radio station,
right,
then you'd see, first of all, you'd see 400 or 500 votes up there already. That's number one. Mm-hmm. And number two, instead of they suck, you'd have a lot more enthusiasm.
Right.
Now, some of the people in the audience say, well, that's because all those young punks, they're a bunch of bubbleheads. What do they know? Well, at least they be honest,
Right. Not like
they want to see some good
shows.
flesh.
Right.
They want to see flesh. They want to be a little titillated. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with little titillation? Isn't that what that one chick said last night to Lorenzo? What's wrong with little, anyway? But not our crowd, man. We're on AM. And, I've told you for years, AM's garbage. It's just crap. The signal is crackly. AM is like knickers. It's like white buck shoes, It went out with men's two-piece bathing suits. AM radio is a fossil. Of course, they have digitalized the AM radio, but I don't think QAM is going to be spending the bucks for digital radio transmission anytime soon. In addition to which, nobody's got any digital receivers anyway.
No.
That was like AM stereo. Remember that?
No, guide.
Remember which meanie weenie running around saying, oh yeah, well we're AM stereo on IOD for about an hour and a half, I think it was. Well, nobody's got any AM stereo radios. Oh. You'd be amazed at how good this stuff sounds in these great speakers I've got here, by the way. You'd be very impressed. Like that one, what's that one thing on the ACN? The terrorist warning.
Oh.
To It's a Beautiful Morning. That thing, if you could hear the sounds, the bells and the chimes, and one channel to the other one, it's amazing. I'm just rambling again because I'm fantasizing about that last show. Oh, is that going to be great? Here's Miami. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll be on it. Here's Boynton Beach. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to comment on reality TV.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's funny. When I was a little kid, they used to tell me all the time that nothing that you saw on TV was real. And now today it seems like everything on TV they're trying to tell you is real.
Well, we all know it's not real. I mean, let's all agree on that to begin with, except some people that are morons that are very naive. We all know it's not real. But that's not the point. The point is you can still enjoy it if there's enough interesting stuff to watch.
This is true. It is great entertainment, but it's far from reality.
No question.
All right, well, I just want to give my 2 cents and have a good vacation, man.
Thanks very much. Whoever said TV had anything to do with reality, TV is like Howard Beale said, that great speech about we're a carnival, we're a circus show, we're like, freaks and whatever, and he's right. God, that was a great movie. It's too bad more of you haven't seen Network, But it's the way it goes. You know me, my bizarre taste, I'm way out there on the edge, on the fringe of human existence. 567. Oh, there's the guy from Sandy, Utah, from the police.
It's over.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank you. Thank you. There is a God. It's over, he said. Elizabeth's home. It's over. Oh, that was, you know something? I think that was right in league with
anthrax.
That was right in there, man.
Let's go
Another
home.
one of my magic moments. 5670560, pound 560. Let's talk about something exciting here today. I don't want to sit here and read all these tabloid stories. I do have one about Katharine Hepburn, by the way, which we've been very Katharine Hepburn intensive lately. And guess who was on Biography Channel last night?
Katharine Hepburn?
Good guess. Excellent guess. Remember we discovered that she's still alive?
Yeah.
She didn't do nearly as well on our death poll as I thought she would. And now, if they would have known, guess how old she is?
About 30.
If you could see this picture, you would swear that she's not still alive. Anyway, it says, still feisty, Katharine Hepburn turning 96, and she's hell-bent to making it to 100.
Oi!
And they're going to move to Sunrise Lakes. Man, if you could see this picture. Well, you know, when we get to 96, most of us hope we only look that good if we get to 96. Oh, I'll be honest with you, Ma looks a hell of a lot, not that Ma's 96, but she's getting there. Looks a lot better than this. Although she's, you know, still the same. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. Here's a lady in Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Neil. I wanted to ask you, who is that you guys use on that bit that says about 30? Where's that
Who is that?
Yeah, what is that? Where's that come from? Is that like a football?
That whole dirty bastard from that Regis bit.
Oh, okay. Can I ask you a question and have you play it again?
I beg your pardon?
I want to ask you a question and then you play that bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You know that surgeon who did the surgery on Fiedler's thumb? How many surgeries did he need to use on Moe's hairpiece?
About 30, man.
There you go.
Good setup. Thank you.
I'll miss you next week.
Thanks.
Bye.
Oh, are they picking on Moe's hairpiece again?
Yes.
Good. Hey, bozo, they already know. They're already listening to billboards. Why do you tell them? Because they want to see him, asshole. See, I'm not going to call him bozo because that's like a clown, you know?
Mozo.
Yeah, Mozo. I like that. Very good. Hey, Mozo. We're telling them where they are because they'd like to take a look at him.
You asshole.
You imbecile. You moron. You crusty old fart.
You asshole.
And Doreen hates you, by the way, like poison. She wishes you would die a wicked, nasty death.
You asshole.
How do you like that, Mo? Boy. Mozo. I love that. In fact, there's another great bit for you. Mozo the Clown. Don't you like it? I can hear it already.
Hey, Brian. I'll call him after the show.
26 after 10 at 560. Don't let me forget. I got to do that spot after the show because, what's his name?
Right,
Fresh
don't
Stratford.
forget, yeah.
He keeps flipping his piece. You know something? Because I'm on my, there we go. I'm on the other page. Let's go back to that, Neil, and take a look at that thing. That'll keep me in an extra good mood all day. Seriously, if you want to laugh right out loud, if you want to pee your pants, just take a look under the poll where it says features, and there's Troy Stratford, formerly number 23 with your Miami Dolphins, above the cartoon thing, which is still there. Yeah, leave the cartoon too, that's good. And the Mo piece is just popping up and down on his skinhead. It's a lovely thing. Hey, it's March Madness time of the year again. If you're looking to lay down some bets, if you want to plunge your guts out, you better know who you're dealing with. And as we've been telling you for a long time now, VIPSportsbook.com, be the best. You can have complete trust in VIPSportsbook.com, a legal and licensed sportsbook and one of the original online books and still the best. You like high parlay odds? How do parlay odds of up to 2,001 sound? How about free same-day payouts? How about a 15% cash bonus added to your first deposit? Sound good? You bet. Most of all, for the past 7 years, VIPSportsbook.com has earned a reputation as the sportsbook with the best customer service. SportsbookReview.com rated the #1 in customer service 2 years in a row. It might be your turn to go on the roll of a lifetime, and if it is, you better make sure you're dealing with the right sportsbook. So sign up online at VIPSportsbook.com and get yourself a 15% cash bonus added to your first deposit. Nothing like starting out a wiener. Not online? Call them toll-free at 1-866-VIP-BETS. That's 1-866-VIP-BETS. But don't forget the 15% sign-up bonus is only available online, so get your ass online and get you that 15% cash bonus today at VIPSportsbook.com, where you be the VIP.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Man, do I like that.
Yes.
Ranting on the airwaves, horny, bitchy one. have to do, you ain't getting none. Reality escapes you. You lie and you scheme. Randy, dream on, Randy. You'll never have me. Sorry, Steamboat Randy. Little bitch with dreams. Going down life's stinking highway is that sad, lonely clown. Everyone knows the only one whose ego's in the clouds. Mad, bloodshot, and wasted, talking trash with a smile. Your head's up your ass, it ain't been out in a while.
Rectum.
It ain't been out in a while.
I think that Moe is old enough to collect anti-social security, don't you? 10:33 at 5. Well, we are an old station, let's face it. There's a bunch of old, fat guys, mostly Jews, sitting around like they're promoting on that Fox thing, and we're proud of it, you know. Moe's got to be pushing 64, 65, and I just turned 60, and Hank is a little bit older than I am, a few months. And Mad Dog, let me tell you this. People think, because he sounds young, that's great. Of course, I sound young, too. But stop and think about it.
Mm-hmm.
When Mad Dog was on the Dolphins and they won those back-to-back championships, those Super Bowls, how many years ago do you think that was?
About 30, man.
Exactly. 72 and 73. On, man.
I got those old pictures that I brought with us from IOD, the old promotional pictures, including Mandich and Bo Camper and all these people. What a thick, lustrous head of hair Mandich had.
Did he really?
Picture. Yeah.
Did you want to run your fingers through it?
No, not me.
Oh, me either. But anyway, he's a great guy. We love the Mad Dog, and everybody else does, too. He won that poll yesterday in spite of the Howard Sperm people that desperately tried to screw it up there at the end. And I have no idea why. You know, when you've got that much success, when you have that much money, when you have that much fame, why is it that this insecurity always goes through his audience? What is that all about? The Howard Sperm audience.
I don't know. Emotional cripples?
Could be. I don't know what that's all about. Joe Rose for the Mad Dog today at 1 because Mad Dog's on his way to a weekend. Hank is at 3 from Gulfstream, plunging his brains out over there. 6:50, we got UM against Rutgers baseball. After the UM baseball game, Eddie K, and then 2 to 7 in the morning, it's ESPN Radio because, you know, it's cheap. Here's our most chronic of all faxers. You know, I'm thinking about this faxer, you know, that you just sent me?
Yeah.
Who faxes every day at least once?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we have a period where he sent us a couple of hostile, you know, they all get cranky, that's the thing, you know? They get cranky. Not that many months ago, he sent us something that got all bent out of shape and, you know, was spewing. But anyway, it says, just saw the QM staff on the picture page of your website. Observations. Josh Darrow has to be gay. Greg Reed has to be gay. No. And Luann is a hottie. Absolutely, positively not.
Wow.
Get this man some Magnavision reading glasses, okay? Maybe Mikey left some behind. Luann is a hottie. Wow. Even
Roy
wouldn't say that. She's about as hot as a goddamn ice cube. Get serious.
Well, maybe he was drunk when he was looking at the website.
That could be. Maybe he was looking at it upside down. Maybe he was looking at Troy Stratford with that lovely piece on. That might be it. 5670560, pound 560.
The loveliest piece on earth.
It's a beautiful thing, make no mistake. In fact, maybe it's the caption on it should say, Troy Stratford says, give peace a chance. Here's Miami. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir?
Good morning.
And back to you.
Well, first and foremost, I want to congratulate George for winning the poll the other day, the gay poll, remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Same old tired trolls. Man, that last show starts sounding really appealing to me, you know? Maybe we can, like, fast forward. Get a hold of James Darren and Pat Boone. Get me in that time tunnel. And Malcolm McDowell. Fast forward like 3.5 years to that very last show on QAM. And then we'll actually invite all of these lifeless goofballs to call in for one last time. You know, we'll have Eddie on. Eddie. All of them. Guy with the eyes, the guy with the fanny pack. What are those people going to do, by the way? Oh, there you said, by the way. By the by, what are those people going to do?
Well, I'm saving up for lots and lots of gasoline. We're going to have one giant mass immolation for them all.
Sounds good.
Right in
Might
the
as
orange
well.
bowl.
Might as well. Here's Miami. Hello, buenos dias. Miami. Going once. Yes, sir.
Yeah, these reality TV programs,
Yeah.
I think they suck myself.
Yeah.
A good comedy, a good drama, anything would be better. Hell, I'll watch wrestling before I watch a reality TV show.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Okay, well, we'll be watching the WWFF.
Yeah, there you go. That's about as far from reality as you can get.
Well, listen, I would agree with these people that most of them do suck. And up until last night, I would I wouldn't have voted that because they don't all suck. Real World and Road Rules had some wonderful moments.
Sure did.
For flesh eaters and flesh lovers. But generally speaking, he's correct. Most of them really suck.
Not like
garbage.
those scripted shows, which are
Fear Factor and these people eating insects and doing all this other shameless, humiliating and dehumanizing themselves, for a few bucks or whatever. That is garbage. I agree with that. But I did see last night, Are You Hot? Got 9 votes now, tied with Fear Factor. If you get on that show and you win, then they will fear you. Seriously, they had some really beautiful people on there last night, and the best part of it is after the original, when they get rid of the not-so-hot people, and I don't know why those people come on there and subject themselves to the abuse. It's just, again, they want to be on television, dummy. They want to be on TV. They'll do anything. They'll get on their hands and knees. They'll make farting sounds. Anything to be on TV. People are that desperate for their 5 seconds of fame. Hey, look at me. It's like the callers. It's the same thing with those chronics. Hey, here I am. I'm alive. Somebody recognized my existence. That kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
But then, once they get rid of all those goofballs who look like crap, who look like somebody dropped a pile on the stage, and they get down to the nitty-gritty, the rest of the show, all those people are in their bathing suits. And I will grant you that there are a few, and you say, I don't think so, But there are many, many on that show, at least last night. Now, maybe last night was an aberration, but I don't think so, because I went to that website and looked back through the other ones from the shows I missed, because that's the first time I've seen it. And believe me when I tell you, of both sexes, there were plenty of people of great pulchritude. Pretty goddamn hot, if you ask me, and George would agree. Yep. Carlos, of course, he don't know. Well, he's too busy with that ladder and the flashlight, poking out the lights on Moe's billboard. I mean, it was, something? Seriously, it's even worth listening to again.
Calculating, plotting, undermining, and backstabbing.
Right.
And by the way, his program today is sponsored by, what's the name of that knife company?
Ginsu Knives, Mo.
Ginsu.
Yeah, Mozo.
I use Gerber.
He actually, there's this whole billboard campaign for WQAM and its broadcasters.
Brought to you by Duff Lindsay.
Right. Duff Lindsay supplied Neil with a list of his locations for his billboards. And by the way, Neil's picture is the only one, and it's fine because it's radio. Neil's the only one that has his picture on the billboard. If you look like him, why would you want your face on the billboard? And so he gave him all the locations of the billboards. And then now here Neil broadcasts the location of all the billboards under the idea that he's going to improve his listeners.
No, under the idea that our listeners might want to see where they are because they like the show and they want to, take a peek.
People are already listening, bozo.
Mozo.
Why the hell would you care about telling people where your billboards are if they're already listening? You try to get new listeners. So he has resorted now to an all-time low. You asshole.
Yeah.
The billboard that we have for this program on the Turnpike.
What program's that?
I drove past this morning. They told me where it was, and I looked for it, and I could see it was dark. And I realized, I looked at 2 ladders. There were ladders up against the billboards. You asshole. I detected, I actually saw George Rodriguez, knife in hand, taking out all the bulbs of the billboards so this way they'd be dark. And what's the other guy's name? Chuck? Upchuck. Who's part of the staff?
Name's Peter.
He was on the other ladder taking out the lights. They took the lights out so this way nobody would see it in the dark. You asshole. Now that's low. I mean, you got to admit.
Hey, Chuck had to sleep. Had to turn out the lights.
Sleeping underneath the billboard.
Nice going, Robert. Robert bailed his ass out. Robert had actually 2 almost amusing lines here, on the same morning. He must be getting ready for the big war.
If you could
it's
just keep
10:41. I beg your pardon?
Huh? Nothing.
10:41 at 560. Mozo Radio.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Hey, you bastard.
All right, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Puff Daddy, sitting in the chair. I'll call you Puffy.
Yo, man, yo.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here's your $100 question. Finish this nursery rhyme.
All right.
Hickory dickory blank. Is it A, dock, B, pier, C, marina, or D, inlet?
Whoa, man. Is this a $100 question right here?
You're kidding me, right?
This is $100.
For $100.
This ain't the $1 million question?
Well, this is the first one.
Man.
It's only for $100.
Is this a black thing?
Would you like to use a lifeline?
Yeah, all right. What do I got?
Well, we have the Ask the Audience, the 50-50, and the Phone a Friend.
Ask the audience. Too many white people in here. 50-50 ain't gonna help me. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna phone a friend.
Gonna phone a friend on the $100 question, finishing the nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
All right, who are we gonna call, Puppy?
Oh, my boy, Old Dirty Bastard.
Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah, Dirty we call him.
Our friends from AT&T will get Old Dirty on the line, and hopefully he can help you.
Yo.
Old Dirty.
Yeah, man.
Regis Philbin from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. How are you?
Aight.
Got your friend here, Puff Daddy.
Yo, Dirty, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
All right.
What's up,
Old Dirty, Puff Daddy's in a little bit of trouble here on the $100 question.
Ain't the first time, man.
First question, and the next voice you hear will be his. He'll come on the line. He'll ask you the question. He'll give you 4 possible choices. Are you set?
Hey, man.
Next voice you hear will be his, and 30 seconds begins now.
What's up?
What's up?
Yo, Dirty, finish this off for me, all right?
Hey, man.
Hickory dickory blank. Is it A, dock, B, pier, C, merino, or D, inlet?
Oh.
Come on, man. I don't got much time.
Man, I know this, man. I know it. I think it's pier.
Pier, you sure?
About 30, man.
This is a lot of money, man.
About 30.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
All right, man.
Time's up. Old Dirty said pier. You still have 2 lifelines left. We are on the $100 question.
You know what, Regis?
Want to poll the audience?
No, I'd like to add a lifeline.
Actually, no, there's only 3 lifelines. You've used 1, you have 2 left.
No. I get another lifeline. It's a brand new one to the game.
And what is that, Puffy?
It's called Shoot the Host.
Puffy, you can ask the audience.
I call it Shoot the Host.
Puffy, use the 50-50.
What's the answer?
Puffy, it's Doc. It's A. It's Doc.
My final answer is Doc.
It's Doc. And it's a good one. You got $100.
Run, you white boy. Run.
Shoot it.
10:49. We got that fax pouring off the machine. One moment, please.
Mm-hmm. It ain't worth it.
Oh, I thought it was going to be something really,
No.
It's more,
yeah.
You know something, the faxers are becoming as chronic as the callers.
Becoming?
Volker Brown really has Moe down pat. It says, I just heard that bit about the billboards and knives. That's cute. One thing of many that drives me crazy. The show he has to say program. Well, that's real old-fashioned, you know, old farts like him. Even older than me. I guess a program is more important than a show, so look for the upcoming name change, the Howard David program. Okay. The Howard David Mozo Show. 10 before 11 at 560 WQM. I'm thinking of playing like stuff the rest of the day because they don't seem to have very much material today. You know?
You noticed that.
Well, it's Friday. Fridays
right.
Generally lately have been pretty, well, it's the spring break thing and a weekend thing.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
The war thing.
The war thing they're getting ready for. They're in the Home Depot now getting all their goddamn duct tape. They're showing all these assholes out there protesting against the war protesters. That's the new thing.
Yeah.
All the right-wing talk show hosts, which is almost every one of them, they are whipping up all their people going out there with their American flags, and they're whipping everybody up. Let's kill Martin Sheen and Barbara Streisand. You know, that kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting pissed off and fired up. Let's do something patriotic like kill a bunch of people.
Oh!
That's right. Here's North Miami Beach. Hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good.
I realize you weren't taking suggestions for the poll, but I wanted your opinion. You think Cops is reality or no?
I never watched it.
Technically.
Is
Cops.
it?
No Cops?
They just follow cops around with a camera.
Is it a good show?
It can be. It has been. Has the potential to be. I mean, if you like blood and gore and car crashes and drunks
Gore?
getting beat up.
You mean Gore, that should be our president? Okay, we'll think about it. We'll give it some consideration, sir. Thank you. You think Cops should be on there?
Yeah,
No.
sure.
You do?
For what it's
Now
worth.
you're going to get Eric all bent out of shape. We got everything on the poll already.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Don't do that. We got 357 votes. That's not bad. Not stellar. In fact, we got a whole bunch of them that don't have any votes yet, like I'm a Celebrity, Surreal Life, Bachelorette, Shipmates, Fraternity Life, Nashville Star. Oh, there's a zillion of them here. Road Rules doesn't have any, and of course you know why.
Why?
That's not our crowd. Our crowd don't watch Road Rules.
Crowd, no.
They don't watch MTV. Although Real World's got 14.
Huh.
That must have been a mistake. What TV reality show do you like the best, we asked. They all suck, 188, 52.6%. And you know something, I'm being hard on those people, but up until last night when I seen that, Are You Hot, I would have voted that too. No, I already said that. I would have voted for Real World. So like I said, I wouldn't say they all suck. Osbournes 36, Survivor 28, American Idol 22, Real World 14, Fear Factor 10, Are You Hot and Blind Date each with 9. Each with only 9. It's not our crowd, man. Our crowd is oldie and moldy, baby. Old and moldy. We got the Geritol set. We got the Polydent crowd now. That's what Clarence says. Those demographics are getting older and older and older. Let's hire a few more old hosts. Attaboy, Clarence, you're doing it. 567-0560 is my last attempt to get these lines smoking on here. Otherwise, we're going to we'll only be 2 hours anyway.
Right.
Because we got St. Patty's Day coming up and play like mostly bits the rest of the way. You know, which I hate to do because people say, oh, that's a cop-out. He's going on vacation on Monday, goddammit. But you're just laying down again. Here's a call from Jupiter. Hello.
Two of the best things I like about raping Moe are I never have to worry about getting AIDS because
Oh, God. Oh, that voice.
Mm-hmm.
That voice. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Just stop and think about what a public service we do on this program, letting you know that these people are out there, even though you didn't hear that one. It was not a big deal, just a mindless, faceless voice. Dullsville. Here's Plantation. Hello.
Is that me? I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
I beg your pardon?
Is this Mobile and Plantation you're talking to?
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. What's up? Hey, what about that show Undressed on MTV?
Undressed?
It's not a reality show.
What is it?
No? I thought it was.
It's a soap opera.
Oh,
it
okay,
is?
I guess not. Okay, we'll move on then. I'm sorry.
Nice try, Pally.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye-bye-bye. But don't get hostile with him. He thought it was a reality show. Now you're getting just as hostile as they are. You're going to love George next week. He's going to be real hostile. Antisocial, hostile. He's going to apply for his antisocial security.
I'm getting
a
an
piece of
extra
Moe's.
big knife for next week.
Yeah, get out the big shiv for next week. Oh, that's going to be really good.
A sword.
Oh, I can hear it now.
Jorge fills in for the pipe smoker this morning at 9 o'clock.
You know, when you used to tell me that, I guess I was in Amsterdam when he started doing that last summer with that pipe smoker business.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's hard to separate his voice, the reality, like that fact said, from the Boca Brian bits.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he actually was saying that.
Jorge fills in for the pipe smoker this morning at 9 o'clock.
I mean, this man is so terminally homophobic that's all he knows. Like a lot of the people in the audience, that's his only comeback, you know? And that's his comeback.
And using these archaic terms for it, too, like pipe smoker.
The pipe smoker. I never even heard of that until you started telling me about this. The pipe smoker.
In the 1900s, I think that's the term they used.
In fact, maybe that should be the name of my show, the Pipe Smoker Program. The 3 Ps.
I smoke a pipe.
567-0560. Man, you are an old fuddy-duddy, Mo, an old fuddy-duddy. Trust me. No wonder he lives in Boca. Here's a call from Davey. Hello.
Hey, Neil, what's up? Long time,
Yes, sir.
first time. I'm a
All right.
black man, young black man in Daisy. I want to
All
talk
right.
about
Excellent.
That's what I'm talking
Shocking.
about. I want to talk about 2 things.
Okay.
1, the real world. Put me down for that vote if you can.
Okay.
And 2 is these freedom fried things. I know you were talking about them yesterday. I work at a place out in Dania. I'm not going to specify the name. We work in a cafeteria, but yet, my goodness, I mentioned to them as a joke, hey, let's change the French to freedom, and they just go right along with it. I don't want to say Bama redneck. I don't want to say that. I don't want to be disrespectful, but it is the truth, It's
Unbelievable.
Neil, have a hell of a vacation, man. Always keep up a good job, and George, keep talking, bro.
Thanks a lot, brother.
Anytime, man.
See you. Oh, that's another thing about Lorenzo Lamas that since you were ripping him that he does on that show. You're right. He tries to be a little bit too cool,
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Nice job, bro. Looking good, bro. Yeah, I mean,
Hi,
come on,
Daddy.
Lorenzo. You're almost
Hi,
as
Daddy.
old as
How
I
you
am by now, for
doing?
crying out loud. He's
Right.
wrestling with that big snake.
Exactly. Like the other guy, no muss, no fuss. I don't even know what his name is, the designer.
Let me say it again. It's not important who the judges are.
I know, but you gotta see them and hear them.
No, of course, that's a part of the show, but who they are is not important, and you seem to be so transfixed on it. I think George has a thing for Lorenzo Lamas.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I think he's got a secret thing.
Because
he is one of your people, by the way.
I thought he was a WAP.
Lorenzo Lamas?
No. Excuse me. Whatever. Oh,
he's Fernando Lamas' son, man. You better get with it. 10:56 at 560. WQAM. We're radio-ish on QAM. Live and loco. Hey, if you're still worried about buying a bed over the phone because you just think it's a big purchase and you don't want to do that, have no fear. Over 1 million smart people have done that, including me, and hundreds more are doing it every week from Dial a Mattress. A mattress, like I keep telling you, has such a big impact on the way you feel every day. If you get a good night's sleep, you wake up feeling refreshed and like really alive, even if you're not. Call 1-800-MATTRESS, M-A-T-T-R-E-S right now, and you'll have a sensational night's sleep guaranteed from Dial a Mattress on one of the finest mattresses ever made, because they carry only the best in the world. All the top brands are waiting for you at Dial a Mattress. Sealy, Serta, Simmons, King Coil, every size and style. They're ranked #1 in customer satisfaction in the universe. Dial a Mattress has got more repeat and referral customers than anybody else because they know how to treat you right, including that amazing delivery guarantee they give you, too, within an 82-hour window that's convenient for you when you're going to be there. Once you buy a mattress from Dial a Mattress, I guarantee you'll never go back to the old-fashioned way of schlepping to a showroom again. And don't forget, when you do buy your mattress from Dial a Mattress, they take away the crappy old smelly bedding and set up your brand new beautiful one for free. That's correct. Dial a Mattress takes away the crappy old soiled nasty bedding and sets up your beautiful brand new one for free. So make the call right now to Dial a Mattress. Enjoy a great night's sleep. Call 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRES for our good paisans at Dial a Mattress.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Friday, you bastard.
And so we got yet another installment of the spectacular Moe Howard David in the show. We got Jay Fiedler coming up as a very special guest. And after that, we got another very special guest coming up tomorrow. That will be Jay Fiedler. Mm-hmm.
Hey, what are you doing, Mo? Mo? What are you doing? Mo!
I'm clipping my nose hair. What's it to you?
You just can't do a morning show and cut your nose hairs.
And what are you gonna do about it, huh? It's my show. I'll do what I want.
Go!
Just like I was telling that Sherman tank they called Doreen.
That's not nice.
Ready, you mean not nice. You see the size of that broad? Talk about jumbo. Somebody ought to paint yes or no on her ass. The hell does she know about promotions anyway, huh? The only thing she's good for is keeping the farmers happy. Why, I'll bet she can eat an entire ham.
Uh-oh. She's backing in now.
Yeah, I can smell the prince match of my belly.
You have to go on the air and say those nasty things about me.
How dare you come into my place of business? Don't you know we're live? Like Alcoa Theater.
I've had enough. You pompous-old dead rat-haired, peace-wearing, fossilized, metamucil-filled, motherless...
Now see here, fatso. You're fired. Hey!
You bastard!
Don't come near me.
Oh! I'm going to sit on you. Don't spit on his face. You're going to crush him. Come on. In between my buns. I'm getting out of here. I can't breathe. Can't breathe, huh? Here, I'm going to give you a blast of fresh air. Inhale this.
.103 at 560 WQM. Happy Friday to you. Sounds like Mo's having a great time. Speaking of that website that we were looking at before the show today.
Yes.
That primetime/Are You Hot? If you got it, go to it again.
Oh, jeez.
Well, no, I hate to do this because your damn computer is so slow there as opposed to my internet access.
I'll be there in an hour.
No, seriously. Click that thing on again.
I'm going.
You got it?
No. I clicked
Come on. How is that possible?
Your memory must have really suffered during that stroke.
Don't tell me we've got a faulty bunch of crap down there, huh?
Yes.
Come on, let's get with it. Let's see, you've been throwing it. New England Paul, we don't read your faxes anymore. You're just out of control. What is with these people? Go away.
I just wanted him to hear it from you. That's why.
You know something?
Away.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
If you like a program, if you like a program, what's wrong with this concept? Listen to it, enjoy it, savor it, squeeze it, yank it. Well, what's wrong with that?
No.
Why do you have to keep faxing me? I don't want to see your scrawling crap, New England Paul. You make me nauseous, okay? I can't stand you.
So that's why, Paul.
Have you got this thing?
Yeah, I got it on there.
Okay, you see where it says the hot gallery?
Right.
Click that on.
Okay.
Now, the first guy, Kevin from Illinois, that's got the bad teeth. You said he had bad teeth?
Yes.
Okay, there's Carrie. She's okay. She's a little scary. She's all right. I give her about 9. Wouldn't you?
Okay. I don't have that up yet.
What are you talking about?
I clicked it. It's loading.
You should be able to flip through these like flapjacks, man, like Dr. Gupta's peddling them flapjacks and waffles on Certainly Not News Network. Then you got Lisa.
It's not even coming up now.
Lisa, what are you talking about?
I'm clicking. I'm clicking like it's nobody's business.
Clicking on next.
I can't get the hot gallery up.
And anyway, after Travis, I'm sure some people in the audience are following along. There's Kevin from Weston, Florida, who's 18. He's a club promoter, and he's, the point I was trying to make, beside the fact that he's I give him about a 42 on a scale of 10. If he isn't an identical twin to Tony Dow with a great body, huh? A little gay banter here now. I mean, he looks like Tony Dow's twin brother. Are you?
Tony Dow look. I remember it from this morning. I'm getting this. I'm running low on virtual memory. I can't do anything. How
about you, Carlos? Can you get on this?
What's the website?
ABC.com. Forget about it. Just forget it. This is Kevin from Weston, Florida, a local boy. He was a Zone 2 finalist and semifinalist, whatever that means. I don't know what that means. He's a club promoter, and he looks like Tony Dow's twin brother with a great body. That's all I can tell you. Just mention that in passing. Stars noisy sex needles neighbors. Sexy Jennifer Esposito's mating call has her Big Apple's neighbors howling. Seems that the Spin City bombshell is making so much noise in bed that the board in her East Village co-op is threatening legal action if she doesn't put a sock in it. And evidently she's putting something else in it. We've asked her several times to insulate her apartment so we don't have to hear all that's going on, one neighbor complains. When she has visitors, it's clearly heard. How do you like that? Talking about being a wild, admits the 31 summer of Sam Starr. When I'm really into somebody, I give so much. Esposito's been romantically linked to All My Children hunk Cameron Matheson, Angelina Jolie's ex-husband Johnny Lee Miller, model restaurateur Chris Schupp, and most recently J-Lo's ex Chris Judd. Rhymes with crud. Her spokesperson insists that Esposito's been too busy in California to have bothered her neighbors for the past year, but board members are demanding that she carpet at least 80% of her apartment to cut down on the sound effects, which not only include her bedroom arias, but also her screaming at her dog, Frankie Bean, and blasting deafening techno music. Says the neighbor, we know more about her life than we care to. But she gives her all, she said.
Rectum.
How do you like that?
I'm pissed off.
Huh?
This thing won't open. It won't go anywhere. I'm going to have to reset the computer.
There's some good-looking people on that thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It was a great show last night, and obviously I'm the only one that saw it.
I saw it.
And George, we're the only 2 people that saw it.
What's her name? Why do I keep forgetting her name? Jennifer? Jessica?
No, that's not even close. Rachel was a sweetheart. She was beautiful. I'm telling you, there were like a half a dozen people on that show last night that there is almost nobody in this audience that wouldn't have said, oh, and you know another thing I do like about that show?
What's that?
Now, you're telling me that the one guy, which we don't know who he is, the one judge, he's gay. I don't know what he is.
Yeah.
We don't know. And then you got Lorenzo Lamas, who's obviously a real lady. Now, he's not gay.
Right.
You may not like him. And then, of course, what's her name there in the middle?
Rachel
something.
Hunter.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
You'd like to.
Yes, I would.
But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is it doesn't make any difference whether it's the guys or the chicks, but you follow what I'm saying? In other words, they're not looking at it from this, oh, gee, if I say something good about the guy, they're going to think I'm a fag. You know, that whole uptight thing like most of our sports audiences.
They're not uptight. None of them.
No, they just, in other words, and I think that's a real step in the right direction for television. In other words, I can look at a human being and say, hey, there's somebody who looks really good. That doesn't mean I want to hop on their bones necessarily. Or maybe I do, who knows. But that's a whole different subject. And I think that's a breath of some kind of air. You know what I mean? Yeah. Here's West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Remember last week when Bush had his press conference and there was some speculation about whether he was medicated? You know, Maureen Dowd even mentioned it in her column.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when he was on about an hour ago, he was talking like in a total monotone.
Yeah, I put a few seconds of it on. I almost fell asleep. I had to get it off.
Well, he just had this blank look and a total monotone. I'm wondering.
But at least he's consistent.
Yeah, well, that's true. But
and you notice he had coal in there to prop him up?
Right. Well, wasn't his father taking some kind of mood drug back then?
I think he started doing that after he puked in Japan that time. After he puked all over the Japanese prime minister, I think he started taking some crap.
Yeah, that could be. Well, you know, God is, guiding everything W does. So.
That's right. He's guiding his hand.
Have you noticed how...
And he's sticking it right up our...
Rectum. Have you noticed how fundamentalism and right-wing politics go hand in hand? I mean, like, you really never see a left-winger that's a fundamentalist Christian.
No, you never see left-wingers pushing religion. At least I don't.
Right.
Trying to, what it amounts to, right-wingers are intolerant. They want to tell everybody else what to think, how to do, and everybody must think like them. Everybody must kowtow and goose-step like them, and that's what that's become all about. We have the Democrat Party, which is the impotent party, totally impotent, and we have the Republican Party, which is now the right-wing fascist party, taken over by a bunch of religious zealots, and there's nothing left in between for the masses, which is most everybody. There's nothing in between.
Well, you've talked about how, all the stuff that was written down in the Bible. Who knows what went on then? But look at the Mormon Church. We know everything about the origins of that church. We know most of the documents are fake. We know Joseph.
Don't be knocking Joseph Smith now. He's a good Palmyra boy.
He was a con man.
Good upstate New York con. Yeah.
He was a convicted con man,
mm-hmm.
and yet you still have people.
You mean like Jim Baker?
Yeah, exactly.
And have a great day. Okay. Good call, but I mean, just starting to snooze off a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
What?
5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon. See, with me, I mean, when you're preaching to the choir, I don't want to keep repeating this and rehashing that same stuff over and over again. What's the point? You know where I stand, you know where we sit, and that's it. Right?
Right.
And what's the point of continuing to hash? I gave you all the books. In fact, we ought to put those two books both on our website, Carlos. Can you handle that, or should we wait till next week?
Well, I can handle telling Eric about it.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Sure. Now, don't start again. Gore Vidal, Perpetual War for Perpetual Peace, How We Got to Be So Hated, and The Hunting of the President, the 10-year campaign to destroy Bill and Hillary Clinton by Joe Conason and Gene Lyons. You got it?
Got it.
Oh, that was delicious.
What was it?
That was like a peppermint-flavored Greps, and I don't eat peppermint. I don't know what that was.
Toothpaste.
Delish.
You maybe swallowed some.
Oh, there's Tony Blair.
Can now result in the emergence of an independent, democratic, and viable Palestinian state living side by side in peace and security.
Isn't this amazing that just an hour ago, El Presidente and Roland Coleman were on there together talking the very same topic about how we got to get this Middle East peace process going again. We got to have a Palestinian state. And here's Tony Blair. It's like he's got a puppet in his pocket.
Do you think they called each other up?
Thank you very much.
First.
You're welcome, Tony. You're out, Tony. You're done. You're dead meat, sweetheart.
Yeah.
12 minutes after 11 at 560 WQM. It's getting to be 100 in the shade in South Florida. It's going to be a long, hot summer, and very few of you folks are going to want to start standing over a hot stove cooking dinner. Maybe you ought to start thinking about grilling like right now. For all your barbecue needs, here's a great place to shop, Barbecues Galore. Barbecues Galore has got the guaranteed lowest prices in town, and all this weekend, even better and lower than usual, because Barbecues Galore is holding their big annual spring sale today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Take advantage of humongous savings. Like 15% off most barbecues and accessories at Barbecues Galore. Save over $275 on a 52-inch Grand Turbo stainless steel cart with rear rotisserie, stainless grills, and side burner. The price is absolutely unbeatable. Or how about saving on a Weber grill, just great for tailgating? They got a barbecue for every price range. They have smokers, patio heaters, accessories, cookbooks, sauces, and all of these things are on sale as well. You get big selection, awesome sale prices, and a knowledgeable, friendly staff who will fit you with the right grill for what you need. Top brands, great service, and the annual spring sale going on today through Sunday only at Barbecues Galore, your barbecue specialist. Save 15% all weekend long at Barbecues Galore. You'll find them in Plantation and in Coral Springs. For exact directions and the location, call them toll-free, 1-800-GRILL-UP. That's 1-800-GRILL-UP for our friends at Barbecues Galore.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Oh my God! Coming this fall to CBS, it's Survivor 3, Texas style. 10 contestants will start in Dallas, travel through Waco, Austin, San Antonio, and over to Houston. Then they'll travel down to Corpus Christi and Brownsville. Each contestant will be driving a pink Volvo with a bumper sticker that reads, "I'm gay, I voted for Al Gore, and I'm here to confiscate your guns." The first one to make it back to Dallas wins. Survivor 3, this fall on CBS.
It's 11:17 at 560 WQM. Sun is shining. Going to be 38 today. Going to be 45 tomorrow.
Oh!
And 50 on Sunday. Ready for that?
I'm ready.
56 on Monday.
Oh!
You know what it is right now?
About 30, man.
Exactly. 5670560. See, we never realized that was going to come in so handy, did we?
I had no idea.
I love it. Which TV reality show do you like best? 53.6% of this audience said they all suck. 230 people say they suck, they blow, they bite. We can't stand it. We can't handle it. 429 votes, and 230 of them say they all suck. 42 say the Osbournes. 35 say Survivor. 23 American Idol. MTV Real World 16. Fear Factor and Are You Hot tied with 12. Well, at least Are You Hot's moving up a little bit, on a Richter scale. Maybe they checked out that website. Maybe they'll watch it next Thursday night. What time is it on? 9 to 10?
Yeah, I think.
Blind Date's got 11. Amazing Race has 9. Joe Millionaire's got 8. Anna Nicole Smith Show's got 5 for people like Big and Porky. Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire and Temptation Island and Big Brother each have 4. Sorority Life 3. A Pair for the Mole, Meet My Folks, The Bachelor, and the rest have either 1 or the Big. Oh! A lot of them still have none. Just amazes me. What is it that our audience watches, huh? What do they watch beside the WWF?
They watch.
You know something? I think you just hit it.
Mm-hmm.
For years we've been looking for the big hit show that can't miss.
Right.
Geared specifically toward the South Florida audience, a show called Bah! We don't know how you spell it. Where as soon as we figure out how you spell it, we just have a bunch of angry looking people sitting around going Bah! Like that.
I hate it.
Yeah.
What do you hate? What do you got?
I think it's a hit.
Sure.
It's a hit.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Oh! Yeah. I think it's perfect. Here's a call from Miami Beach. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I just received my email a few amusing quotes I thought I'd like to share with you about the French.
About what?
About the French.
No, thank you. Carlos, if you put it, I realize we're not getting like a zillion calls today, but if you put any more 400-year-old people, you're not going to live to be like 30. You know what I'm saying? Don't be doing it, jackass. Hey, and speaking of jackass, would you call that a reality show?
No.
What would you call that?
Those are all, they're members of a staff, and then it's all set up, and, they do stuff.
I see. Oh, the reality show is when the kids emulate it and try to do it and they get killed and break their leg?
Which is actually funny, by the way.
5670560, pound 560. I have a list of... I'm telling you, man, we're starting to get the Randy Rhoads crowd. Yeah, see that crossover we had yesterday? Yeah. That's scary to me. When we got 6.9% of this audience who listens to the goddess with her ranting and raving about how she's going to save the world from the clutches of right-wing fascism, I got news for you, man. We got Surus here on the station. And I got news for you, too, Mozo. We need those 7,500 billboards. And what we're going to do all next week is George is just going to read the addresses over and over again.
Right.
And also continue going back and poking the lights out on yours so nobody can see it at night.
Well, we got, phones. I got a cell phone.
In addition to which, what's he worried about people seeing it at night when it's dark out? Because his audience, it's past their bedtime anyway when it gets dark now. Follow what I'm saying?
Come on.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. Let's see if we can get somebody a little younger on this next call. North Miami, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Are you under the age of 100?
41.
Good.
All right.
Perfect.
Neil, I saw that Hot or Not show, and actually there were some good-looking people on that show.
That's my point. There were some beautiful people on that show.
Even the guys, and I'm a breeder.
Yeah.
Listen, I called you about 5 years ago, and I was driving on 95, and in a testament to your divine powers, you were talking about the Bobby Maduro Stadium. Do you remember that? And I look over on 95, and there it is on fire.
Right, I remember that.
Listen, Neil, I also
That'll
want to
teach them to mess with me.
That's right.
In fact, if I was you, I'd keep my eye on Moe's billboard.
You know, I don't even know who Moe is.
Good.
Listen, Neil, I want to make a comment about the visitors that we get. And I remember about a year and a half. I remember that call about 2 months ago where the Fox lady called in about Condoleezza.
Yeah.
And I barely caught that. And you know, everyone always accuses your show of being racist and yada yada yada. And I remember
no, they don't. No, wait a minute. No, not everyone. Fox News Heather and John Gibson and Moe Howard David and a couple of other people. Nobody else has ever accused this of being a racist show, including the listening audience. Nobody's ever said that.
No, I remember back in the days when you were on WIOD, and you know, I remember a Jamaican guy calling you up and rooting you out, saying how, you know, you guys you'll pick on the football players, the black guys, but Fitzpatrick kicking the snot out of his pregnant wife was okay because you were doing the interview.
Yeah, but that's one guy. That's
right,
one guy.
I agree, but his point was well taken, you know. But I just want to make a comment about, you know, the Memorial Day weekend and the visitors we have now, and all these ecstasy heads that are coming in for the Winter Musical Festival, you know, and everything else. And to be honest with you, about a year and a half ago, when this whole thing exploded, Memorial Day weekend, and I live on South Beach, and I'll be honest with you, these people didn't create the chaos that you guys portrayed on your radio show. And I know that there's people calling in from Davie that never been to South Beach in their life, going, get those monkeys out of here and this and that. And I didn't see it, man. I see a lot worse things at the White Party this week of spring break. It's year round here, Neil. It's not just a Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents.
Okay.
All right,
Price was
Neil.
right. Thank you so much. What did he say? He said I'm a racist? 5670560, pound 560. See, this is the last desperate gasp, you see. Everything else that they tried, the Catholic Church, the fag thing, everything else, it didn't work. So now, wow, he's a racist. See, he played that Condoleezza and that restitution song. That didn't work either. Didn't work. Desperate. You ought to read some of those right-wing websites, man. You either laugh or cry, some of the crap that they write. These are the most paranoid, delusional people on the face of the globe. The only problem is that a bunch of them are running the country now. That's the sad part. And boy, talk about a bunch of rednecky, gun-toting, flag-waving, right-wing, and these people are, civil rights workers? Who the hell are they kidding, huh? These are the same people who like to shove Rosa Parks back to the back of the bus. And by the way, the guy that called in with that Rosa Parks the other day on that poll about who's gonna, croak next, he wasn't fooling anybody. Well, my work is complete. My work is done. What was the name of that song?
Yeah.
My work. You know, it's sad. It's just pathetic. You don't know whether to laugh or cry with these people. Because nobody is permitted to go on the air and express themselves, and especially now that we got Michael Powell, the son of Colin Rowland, as the chairman of the FCC. Well, we're going to cut off your water, man, because you're just not goose-stepping in line. Well, screw you, Michael Powell, okay? And your whole FCC. Screw your ass. You piece of crap. Wants more deregulation. Wants to let Cheap Channel and one or two other companies own every goddamn radio station, every TV station, every freaking newspaper. In fact, why don't we just let Rupert Murdoch own them all? How's that sound?
Sure.
And you talk about a freaking hypocrite, man. Although, I mean, talk about a genius.
Yep.
We talked about this a few days ago. On the one hand, he's got the Fox Entertainment Network that brings in all of this money, the young demographics, and brings in a ton of money with everything cutting edge, pushing the envelope as far as he possibly can. And on the other hand, raking in all of those big bucks from the advertising on the Fox Entertainment so he can put on his fascist news network, all spin all day, all right-wing lies all day, all crap all day. Unbalanced and insane. Pretty clever. And pretty dangerous. 26 after 11 at 560 WQM, 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. Haven't even gotten to our story about Sydney fears dad's explosions and wants to move. OJ daughter trapped in a house of pain.
Oi!
We'll get to it. Maybe and maybe not, you know? Maybe not. This thing's flying along today. Here it is, almost 11:30 already, George. Tom Lehman and Joe Prieto of Hallett Pontiac GMC are proud. They're pleased as punch to announce the Neil Deal March Madness sale, and it's going on right this moment as we speak. Neil Deal number 1. Pick out any new GMC or Pontiac in stock, for example, like the 33-mile-a-gallon Vibe, priced as low as $13,998, and get yourself 0% financing for up to 60 months. That is absolutely correct, folks. 0% for up to 60 months. Neil deal number 2, choose any new vehicle in stock and get you up to a $3,000 rebate. Get you a $3,000 rebate on any new vehicle in stock at Hallett right now. Hallett's also got great Neil deals on used cars, trucks, and SUVs. And if you're worried about your credit, if things are a little bit tough on your payments, if your credit record isn't perfect, maybe it's pretty disastrous, it makes no difference because Hallett's famous for getting you a deal somehow. It's another set of great Neil deals going on right now at Hallett Pontiac, and they're still in the same great location. They've been going strong for over 35 years because they know how to do it right. 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's US 1 across from the Falls, open every day of your life, 7 days a week. For more information, call the Neil Deal hotline. It's a toll-free call, 1-888-534-4211. That's 1-888-534-4211. And don't forget, all Neil Deals are subject to credit approval. See dealer for details. Hallett Pontiac GMC, who proudly say, we are professional grade.
Live in the local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Friday, you bastards.
We'll be coming down Fifth Avenue upon St. Patty's Day. A great day for the Irish all across the USA. But begorra, what is this I hear? This crying ballyhoo. There's a bunch of queers again this year who say they're Irish too. Oh, God loves the Irish, unless of course you're gay. If you are, you won't be marching upon St. Patty's Day. You can be a bum, a bucket of scum, sure, and that's okay. But you can't be Irish if you're gay. Now the order of Hibernians, those eminences grey, have delivered this pronouncement upon the blessed day. Sure, a little bit of heaven fell and nestled in the sea.
You're gay.
But you're going straight to hell for homosexuality.
Yes.
Oh, God loves the Irish as long as men are men. Except perhaps the leprechauns, we've never been sure of them. You can be stinking drunk and hurling chunks, we'll laugh it all away. But you can't be Irish if you're gay.
No!
No, you can't be Irish if you're gay.
No.
Don't even try being Irish if you're gay.
No.
Happy St. Patty's Day, which means a lot of green beer, a lot of green bagels. Remember they used to bring in the green bagels at IOD, that one joint?
Yes, indeed.
Maybe you'll be getting those on Monday, you think?
No.
11:32. You keep breathing in that air in that studio, you'll be green enough, I guarantee you that. Which TV reality show do you like the best? We asked in our poll today, not expecting this kind of a hostile response. 460 votes. I mean, it's just for fun. It's just a survey, okay? The world is not hinging on it. It's not as important as, the stuff that she's doing, changing the world on the radio. 251 people, that's 54.5% of you, say they all suck. All reality shows suck. They bite, they blow. The Osbournes has 43, Survivor 39, American Idol 23, Real World from MTV has got 16, Fear Factor 14, Are You Hot's got lucky 13, Blind Date 11, Amazing Race has 10, everybody else single digits. And let me say this to you, how come we have so many who say they all suck, and yet Joe Millionaire was one of the biggest topics of conversation on this radio station? Remember?
Right. Sure.
Oh yeah, those money-grabbing bitches, blah, 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 blah. They loved it. The same people are all whipped up about the Masters and keeping the bitches out and everything. They want to keep that gay club going up there in Augusta. The same people were calling all the sports nerd shows.
Right. The ratings wouldn't be as high as they are if everybody hated them.
Well, it's just not our crowd, okay? They're trying to pretend. We're not asking you to lie about this so you can pretend to be intellectual, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like all those people, I watch what's his name every night, Ted Koppel. No, you don't. Nobody watches Ted Koppel. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Oh yeah, this story I saw the other day about the Dixie Chicks.
You go, girls.
I beg your pardon?
I said, you go, girls.
The Dixie Chicks are drawing harsh words from country music fans for remarks singer Natalie Maines made about President George W. during a recent performance in London. Maines told the audience earlier this week, just so you know, we're ashamed that the President of the United States is from Texas. Angry phone calls flooded national radio station WKDF-FM Thursday, some calling for a boycott of the Texas Trio's music. The group released a statement Thursday saying they've been overseas for several weeks, and the anti-American sentiment that's unfolded there is astounding. While we support our troops, there's nothing more frightening than the notion of going to war with Iraq, and the prospect of all the innocent lives will be lost, they said. In a separate statement Thursday, Maine said, I feel the President is ignoring the opinion of many in the U.S. and alienating the rest of the world My comments were made in frustration, and one of the privileges of being an American is you're free to voice your own point of view. You forgot. Somebody forgot to tell her.
She didn't get the memo.
That's BW before a W. Not no more, you ain't, sweetheart. She's in deep crap now. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's Coral Springs. Hello. Coral Springs.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm actually going to change the topic on you. I want to ask you a couple of things.
No, what does that mean?
Well,
what is the topic?
Hockey.
Yeah.
So we'll actually get rid of the other 5 listeners that are out there.
No, you see, you're going to change the topic. What is the topic? We don't have a topic.
Oh, you've been talking about the reality shows.
Nah, that's the poll. It's not the topic. Go ahead. Hockey.
A couple of things.
Doug Gilmore plays 7 shifts, gets wiped out, gets injured. He's on crutches, may never play again. Nice going there, Doug. Go ahead.
Terrible.
Blow the lead 3 times last night, losing overtime to Calgary 4-3. Falling leaves, man. These deluded people here, they're all talking Stanley Cup. They're on drugs. They're on crack. Go ahead.
What did you think of the Valerie Bure trade?
What do you mean did I think of it? It wasn't a trade. It was just unloading salary. This is what they keep doing.
Do you know anything about the guy you got, though?
No, nobody ever heard. He's just another kid. He's just another prospect.
He's not just another kid. He actually had a great rookie year last year. He didn't make it with St. Louis this year because the problem was his great rookie year was in direct results.
Sir, let me say this to you. Let me say this to you right now. Can I say something to you? They unloaded salary, and the fact is they can have all these promising youngsters for as long as they want. But if they're going to continue not using the money from Pavel Bure's salary and Valerie Bure's salary, everybody else that they dumped out of there, there's going to continue to be nothing but years of frustration. That franchise is in big, big trouble. They've got the nucleus of what could be a really good team if they had some veteran guys on there. How would you like to still have Ray Whitney and Mike Sillinger and Scott Mellenby on the team? Scott Mellenby, who scored 4 goals in one game last week.
I understand that. I'm a huge Blues fan.
Well, I'm just telling you, they've gutted the team, and to continue having a bunch of underpaid, huh?
One of the guys you didn't even mention was Stu Barnes. I take Stu Barnes back.
Well, that's ancient history. I mean, right. People that want to keep talking about that's ancient history. But I'm just talking about in the last year and a half or 2 years.
Right. Here's my other question. Why is it that teams like New Jersey and Detroit always are able to make great deals at the trade deadlines? Don't these other organizations get tired of it like the fans do? I mean, how does Detroit get Matthew Schneider at the trade deadline?
I don't like Matthew Schneider. I think he's highly overrated. But I'd rather have Matthew Schneider than Phil Housley, who's 100 years old. Well, because Detroit is willing to spend the money. They fill that place every night. They make a fortune. They got a ton of money, and that's why they do it. It's like the Rangers now, who are still within shouting distance of making it because they got a $75 million payroll. Do you realize the Panthers' payroll is the 3rd or 4th lowest in the league? It's $23 million.
I know, it's a joke.
Even the Buffalo Sabres, who are just being bought, thank God, to save them out. The deal's going through now, the sale. But even the Sabres have got a bigger payroll than the Panthers. How do you compete when you're not paying anybody, when you're not bringing any asses in the seats? This group, man, Alan Cohen and his buddies, they may have meant the best, but they had no clue what they were getting into. They have no idea what they're doing.
No. I mean, I've only been down to maybe a dozen games this year, but it's still the same old thing. I mean,
people want to, if I had a call the other day, oh, you're wrong, Neil, it was a good crowd for the Montreal game. There weren't 4,000 people there for that game. Seriously, I saw the telecast here on TSN, on the sports network, and They panned and they were talking about how this place isn't drawing any people and the Florida franchise has got to get some asses in the seats. They panned back and showed that arena in the middle of the first period. If there were 4,000 people there, my name is Danny Gallivan, okay?
And of the 4,000, maybe 100 knew anything about the game.
That's beside the point, but they still got to get the cash, man. They got to get some asses in the seats, and they're not going to do it by missing the playoffs every year.
Right.
One
last question.
Yes, sir.
Do you think Chris Osgood can do anything at this point in his career? He's going to help.
I think he gets a bum rap. I don't think he's all that bad. I think he won a Stanley Cup with the Red Wings.
Exactly.
I think that was a good deal. In addition to which, Sean Burke wanted to hold him up for big bucks. Sean Burke is, I think he's overrated.
Oh, and Phoenix was demanding all kinds of.
Exactly. I think they did good.
Yeah. Okay.
Good luck to you, pal. Good luck. Good luck to the Leafs. We'll need it. Doug Gilmore, 7 shifts. Bada bing. Bye-bye, Dougie. Nice seeing you again. Old number 93. Got wiped out by old Dave Lowry, who not only scored a goal last night for Calgary, but wiped out Dougie Gilmore in the same game. That's for you, Dave. You following all of this?
What?
Little hockey talk. That's okay. That was good. That was a breath of fresh air. I'm sick and tired of being in a one-dimensional town which where they only can talk about one thing, and that's illegal aliens, you know? Which we're going to be talking about in a minute. 567-0560, pound 560 on, I'm still having that dream again. You know, I go to bed, I wake up, and it's the morning of my last show before my retirement. Oh my God. Exactly. Woo! I don't think I'll be able to sleep that night, you know what? I'll just be lying there staring at the ceiling with visions of sugar plums dancing in my head and on my bed. And even in my rectum. Oh, it'll be great. Anyway, we had somebody before calling talking about CoQ10 and popping Oleomed in their puss, and you know something? It's great stuff. My blood pressure is sensational, and I'm popping the Oleomed that's specifically designed for blood pressure in my puss every day. Oleomed contains pharmaceutical-grade olive oil, not ordinary everyday pedestrian olive oil, but super concentrated olive oil loaded with health benefits. Oleomed capsules every day can help reduce the risk of heart disease and high cholesterol. Plus, there are 14 different Oleomed formulas to choose from. Each one combines pharmaceutical-grade olive oil with vitamins, minerals, and herbals to support specific needs, from bones to blood pressure to your immune system. Just pick out the formulas that are right for you. And now there are 3 new Oleomed formulas, one to help you sleep. I'll need them on that night. One to help you control your weight. And CoQ10, which I keep telling you is so important for your heart. Trust me, it's a great thing. You'll find Oleomed at Publix, Eckerd's, Walgreens, Whole Food Markets, Navarro, and Sedano's, or order it online if you like, OleomedAmerica.com. Call toll-free for more information about these sensational products. Call 1-866-OLEOMED. Maybe we can get Eddie to sing Oleo, Oleo, and we can get him to do that on the spots, too. That's 1-866-653-6633 for your health. Start popping some Oleomed right away.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560, QAM.
With Hokey.
It's time for Name That Tune with host Tom Kennedy. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Name That Tune. For tonight, our finalist from last week will have a chance to win our $1 million jackpot. Let's meet our finalist right now, Mr. Duff Lindsay. Welcome back, Duff.
Thank you. I'm a little nervous right now.
Oh, don't be nervous. You did fine last week. This should be a breeze.
Yeah.
All right, let's get you that $1 million jackpot. Are you ready for the first tune?
Yes, I've been practicing all week.
Okay, then. Here we go. May we hear the first tune, please? Think you got it?
Yeah, Hamina, Ed Norton.
You are correct, sir.
I don't believe it.
Okay, this is the big moment. You can quit now or keep your...
No, I want to go forge ahead for the $1 million jackpot.
Very well, then. For $1 million, name this tune. Stop. Something wrong, Duff? Maybe you didn't hear it right? Again for Mr. Lindsay.
I can't get near that song.
Duff, get off this instant.
11:46. He's a little panicky. It's just that kind of guy. Lynn Samuels, thank you, Lynn, emails me some interesting stuff. Speaking of presidents on drugs. Curse of the open mic from the BBC. It says Britney Spears, George W. Bush, and John Major have all reportedly been caught unawares by open mics. The new nightmare for those in the public eye. The words open microphone are enough to freeze the blood of politicians, celebrities, and others in the public eye. The phrase is media jargon for a mic left on by a journalist or technician before an interview or performance has started or after it's over. Pop sensation Britney Spears is reported to be the latest victim. In a fluster before going on stage in front of her biggest ever live audience in Rio, Britney apparently began lambasting her entourage. Don't tell me they're just letting the audience just effing stand out there like that. Oh my God, this is retarded, she said.
Oh my God.
Every word was transmitted live to the 170,000 concert goers and then relayed around the world. Her record company maintains it was somebody else's voice that they heard. Oh, couldn't have been little Britney, could it? No. During the U.S. presidential campaign, George W. Bush experienced a similar problem. Remember that?
Sure do.
Just before a campaign speech, the candidate complained about New York Times reporter Adam Clymer calling him a major league asshole. At the time, the sudden revelation that the would-be president was not only capable of harboring a major grudge, but could swear with the best of them looked like it could have cost him the election. Well, it says could have lost him the election, but I changed that word because he did lose the election. The most celebrated instance of British open mic syndrome was the 1993 performance of Prime Minister John Major. After an interview with the then IT and political editor Michael Brunson, Mr. Major let fly, seeming to forget he was in a studio bristling with every type of imaginable recording equipment. He castigated members of his cabinet as bastards, promising to crucify them, and confessed that he was a wimp who had no idea how to win an election. How do you like that? And that goes on at great length. Oh, during the 1992 presidential campaign, which brought Bill Clinton to power, American media watcher Brian Springer recorded 500 hours of these feeds, the satellite feeds. You know, like you get on the big dish, the direct live feeds that aren't on the air yet?
Right.
The material which Mr. Springer made into the documentary Spin showed politicians like George Bush Sr., his wife Barbara, and Mr. Clinton simply staring into the camera, sometimes combing their hair or scratching their nose between hookups. Those are a lot of fun on the big dish, and they've still got a few of them. One of the feeds showed Mr. Bush discussing his heart drugs and sleeping pills with interviewer Larry King. My brother is in the pharmaceutical business, King whispered to the then president. He says there's a pill coming out from Israel that's better than Halcyon. See, they reported that on all of his trips, Bush Sr. used to take Halcyon?
Right.
You mean sleeping pill or decongestant, Mr. Bush asked. The interviewer mumbled that it was a strong sleeping pill. Great, came the reply. Oh, my God, the Bush family on drugs. Let's hear it.
What a shocker.
And all Bubba did was get a few blowjobs. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Thank you, Lynn. Here's a call from Cutler Ridge. Hello.
Hello, Neil?
Yes?
This is a black female, and I'm calling and referring to the caller you had a little while ago that says you're a racist. I happen to like
he didn't say I was a racist. He just said that, I don't know where he was coming from.
I happen to like your show very much, and I try to put other black people onto the show because you speak a lot of truth in what you say, and I don't think you're racist at all, and I like the Condoleezza Rice song.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, sweetheart. Have a great day.
You too.
Well, see, she's got a sense of humor. She understands what it's all about. Anybody that would say that this is a racist show is pretending they don't get it, pretending they don't understand. And, of course, we know who started all of that crap last year. Anybody who would do this under the guise of shtick, blah, 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 blah. I mean, this is a guy who's just...
Take off those checkered pants.
Right. Lashing out. Now it's the billboards. Now it's the new thing. Hey, bozo, don't you understand? Your audience is already listening. We understand. We get it, okay? I've done a few shows before. Been around the block a few times. Long before your ugly, nasty old ass was dumped onto our town. And I do mean dumped. Nice, that national search thing they're always talking about? After Greg blew out the worst team? Right. Oh, we're conducting a national search to bring in a great new talent, something like that. Well, I'll tell you, sure did a very thorough job. What's that expression? Oh, they always like to use it like on the market. Be sure and do your due diligence.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Greg did some doo-doo diligence, but he didn't do his due diligence. That's the problem, Greg.
You know our consultant.
I don't think our consultant had anything to do with it. I think it was your good buddy Greg. 501 votes on a poll. Well, that's not too bad. It's not even noon yet. What TV reality show do you like the best? 272 people, though, say they all suck. That's 53.8% of you hate the reality shows, all of them. Can't stand them. The Osbournes, 48, Survivor, 45, American Idol, 24, Real World, MTV, 18, Fear Factor, 16, Are You Hot, 14. It's moving up there real slowly. That's okay. I don't care if they watch it or not. The Amazing Race, 12, Joe Millionaire, 11, and Blind Date, 11. And after that, it's small potatoes. Here's Miami. Hello. Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, wanted to give you a billboard sighting since you just mentioned billboards.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
On Commercial Boulevard, heading east, 2.5 blocks from I-95.
Oh, my God. You mean one of mine?
One of yours, yeah. It says Neil God.
All right. Excellent. How'd it look?
Actually, it's a good picture. You have your glasses on, but you look pretty thin.
Look almost human in that picture.
Almost.
Okay, thanks a lot, Pally.
Okay, bye.
Have a great day. I'll be sure and tell Mo you called. Hey, Mo, see, the guy saw it, and he was enthusiastic about seeing it, that's all. See, it's called getting your audience involved in the show as opposed just to being a bitter old man, Mo. That's what it's all about. He's got to give me a seminar. He's got to explain to me that the people we're talking to already are listening. We're trying to get new people listening. Of course, with leading like we got from him, there's no question we're going to get a gigantic. Oh, my God. with the anti-Neil show. In fact, you notice lately since the Doreen episode, was that last week or the week before?
Last week.
Last week, oh yeah, last Friday I believe, was the big blow-up out there at the Rel. And since then, he's just been on the warpath he's on, which is fine with me. I just keep mentioning our name, at least it's an improvement. The show today is brought to you by Ginsu Knives, and George is sharpening up the knives and going to stab me in the back again, and you know what, sir?
Absolutely correct, sir.
You bet. You just wait till I come back from vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go out and get one of those, what do they call those little sharpening, those things?
Those, the honing stones?
A little honing stone. You heard of the Rolling Stones, we got the honing stones here on QAM, or Radio-ish. Gonna sharpen those things up, man, we're gonna turn him into a gay blade. 5670560, I think we'll do screenless in the noon to 1 hour, okay, because I'm going on vacation, starting tomorrow.
Damn. Wow.
What? Oh, yeah, I know Carlos is upset about that. Well, we've had a few calls today. You know, we've covered from hockey to Hiroshima to homosexuality to Moe to the bad hairpiece. Don't forget, take a look on NeilRogers.com, even if you don't care about our poll or any of the bedtime stories, because you'll see that incredible picture of the lovely Troy Stratford. All you Dolph fans out there, your former little running back there, number 23, Troy Stratford, first in our hearts, number 8 in the sales department. I'm trying to click on the home page there now, and I can't, it won't, where the hell is it?
I don't know.
There it is. Well, it's probably overloaded with 8 zillion people wanted to check on the thing right now. There he is. Hopping Troy. He's hopping mad because he's got the Moe hairpiece. Keeps popping on and off, man. It's like, it's on, it's off, it's in, it's out. Nice going, Troy. You're a real pain in the ass, by the way. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing, sweetheart? It's your loyal Air Force member, Carlos, calling you up. How you doing?
How'd it be, Carlos?
Chilling. As a matter of fact, the last guy took my thunder because I too spotted one of your billboards and I almost drove off the road.
All right. How do you like that?
It's on it's actually by Miami International Airport on Highway 112 and 37th Avenue.
Oh, well, wait a minute. This is a very important call. You want to know why? Because this, in fact, Duff really is not doing the job. This is the bonus one that we weren't sure was going up. This is an extra bonus board that we were like they weren't sure. So this is the one on 112 going to the airport.
Yeah, he came in here and told me.
Yeah, but you never passed it along, you little putz.
Right, it's heading west. You're like the sunrise because I was coming over the highway there, like on a little bridge type thing.
Right.
And there you were, smiling at me, saying, "There, right there in the mouth." You know what I mean?
Oh God.
So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Neil God billboards, and only one for Moe. No wonder he's porked off. He's getting a little porky about it.
Well, Neil, just in closing, I love you very much. George, take care, and and Moe sucks ass.
Thanks a lot, Carlos.
Take care.
Okay. How do you like that? We got the billboard out there going to the airport in Miami. Oh, yeah. Well, what's he talking about the locations? The listeners already know. Yeah, you're an asshole, man. You're a silly old ass. God. Can you imagine the smell of that bag he carries around? Holy crap. In fact, that's probably what's in it. Unholy crap. Mozo. Here's the facts. It says Panthers news. There was a sports op-ed article last week in the Palm Beach Post saying that Alan Cohen has blocked Mike Keenan from team practices, hoping he'll jump to the Rangers so Cohen won't have to pay the rest of his contract. I believe that, John in Port St. Lucie. And didn't I say that just the other day, that I think that Rick Dudley's trying to make him an offer he can't refuse, like right out the door? Oh, yeah, if you want to go to the Rangers, be my guest, okay? Glenn Sather will go back upstairs. You can go there and coach again, get him another Stanley Cup. Go there and have a wonderful time, Mike, but we don't want to pay you those big bucks, and we don't like you anyway. That's what they're trying to do. So anybody that, I appreciate the guy was at least a hockey fan, a Blues fan who called before, who's Blues/Panthers, like me, Leafs/Panthers, you know. But the fact of the matter is that, you can't have all youngsters. They are the youngest average age in the league, the Panthers, which is fine if they keep the good players, which they probably won't because they won't want to pay them. And you can't have all the youngsters in the organization. I noticed, speaking of that Brian Murray got Rob Niedermeyer back with his $2.1 million salary in Anaheim, and they're doing a good job at Anaheim, but that might be the turning point back down, BM. Just like Anders Eriksson, keep going back making the same mistakes over and over again. They got a thing for these people. Maybe you can get Judy Hull. 11:57 at 5. Just a joke, Jody. Jody loves me, by the way. You know Jody Hull and his wife? Who? They love me. How's the Beezer doing? 3 minutes till noon at 560 WQM. Let me tell you about Delights of West Boca, all you dieters out there. It's a stupendous superstore for people on low-carbohydrate diets. You go into your supermarket, and other than the meat and cheese and the cheese and the meat and a little bit of seafood, there's nothing else. There's nothing to snack on. There's nothing to keep you satisfied between your main meals. But at Delights, the entire store is loaded with over 600 low-carb foods. For example, Now they're introducing 3 new flavors of their low-carb crunchy racket chips and new low-carb brownies by Carb Control for all you brownie hounds in 4 delicious flavors with only 1 carb per serving. So whether you're looking for the Carbolite ice cream, breads, muffins, cheesecakes, pasta and sauces, or any of the other zillion low-carb foods, this entire store is dedicated to you. Delights of West Boca. You can try anything in the store before you buy it to see if you be liking it. They got a knowledgeable staff open every day, 7 days a week, 10 to 10, and they carry the most complete line of Atkins brand products in the world. And here's even the better part. All of their Atkins products are always 25% off all day, every day. Atkins Diet is rated number 1, so head for the number 1 low-carb sugar-free store, Delights of West Boca, on the northeast corner of Glades and 441, right next to Boston Market. Be sure and say hi to my good friend Alan over there. Tell him he's not really so fat. Call him toll-free, 1-877-LOW-CARB, or find him on the web at lowcarb.com. Don't forget there's only one Delights of West Boca. It's your official Atkins retail center.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
This is Jennifer Lopez. I have to take my hormones every day to keep the hair from growing back around my nipples. And that's when I listen to the Neil Rogers 12 to 1 hour.
Mickey Mouse office. Mr. Mouse? Who's it? It's Michael Eisner. Michael Eisner? Hold on a second.
What are you doing answering my phone, Remus?
Sorry, boss. It's Donny Osmond.
Donny Osmond, what do you want?
It's Michael Eisner, sir.
It's not Donny Osmond, it's Michael Eisner, the Putz president. Oh, boy, Eisner.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm almost done with you, pal.
Sir?
I was looking at the ratings for this nightmare you had us going through. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
What a smashing success, sir.
What? That thing was in the toilet.
It was unbelievable. If you break down the demographics...
you know what, Eisner? Save it. I'm just happy it's over.
Sir, I believe the second go-around will be much better.
The second go-round? You must be on crack. We're not doing that thing again. Why do you want to bring that back? Because the first time around, you barely missed toppling the entire network?
Well, sir, it's already done.
What do you mean it's already done? Nobody ever told me it was already done. Hang on. Remus! I'm on the phone with Remus!
Yeah, boss.
What the hell are you doing?
Running some conduit, boss.
Do it quietly, Remus. That's not quiet enough, Remus. That bluebird stinks like an armpit.
Sir, our May sweeps will be amazing. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here, too. Instead of 15 nights, 40 straight nights.
40 nights of I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. You're killing me.
And the celebrities, 10 times better.
Oh, my God.
We've got...
Hold on. Remus?
Yeah, boss.
Take the harmonica, slide it up your back end, walk it out.
All right, boss.
All right.
We've got Bernie Capel.
Who?
Bernie Capel, the doctor from the Love Boat.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, he hasn't worked since he did the Stop Snoring spray commercial.
We've got a real hottie, Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh, my God, she's terrible.
And someone I know you'll love, Billy Bush.
Wait a minute, is that the president's annoying nephew?
That's the one.
Oh, for heaven's sake. You can't put him on there.
And the...
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Remus!
I can't hear you, boss. I'm still.
Remus, I'm on the phone.
Can't hear you, boss.
Stop drilling! What are you making?
Making a new credenza, boss.
What's wrong with my old credenza?
Your shellac-am shot.
My shellac-am shot?
That's right, shellac-am shot.
Oh.
They can do it.
Oh. What? Oh, I don't care who you have on this nightmare.
Well, we definitely have some major A-listers, sir. We've got Scott Bakula and Leonard Nimoy.
Even Remus doesn't remember Leonard Nimoy.
Sure I do, boss.
Remus, I wasn't addressing you.
Sorry, boss, but he was from Father Knows Best.
Oh, my God. I'm surrounded by idiots. Hey, Remus, I thought I told you to put that harmonica up your butt.
Sorry, I farted, boss.
Oh, don't fart in the office, Remus. The bluebird's coming at me.
12:05 at 560 WQM. The excitement is building, baby. You can smell it all the way up here. Can't you feel it? What? The excitement. Oh, that's right. You're going to be on all next week. Now, don't forget, be real nice to George next week because we got the war coming on Tuesday.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
And right here on his show, he'll be opening up that CNN pot, the MSNBC pot, and better not the Fox pot. But
I'll be opening up
a lot of pot. You're going to be opening a lot of pot. And letting everybody know exactly what's going on. This is the one place you won't have to be saddled with Dr. Laura or Lardass or any of that other crap. If something's going on of importance, you can be damn sure George will put it on there to inform you and kill some really good time.
Right.
Here's a call from Tavernier. Hello.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Do you think that Moe's attempt was an attempt at shtick this morning?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Huh?
Absolutely.
He sucks at it. He does. He's bad. And what's he doing out by his billboard? Is it a guest appearance or what?
Yeah, he's out there looking around to see if see his name in print.
But I just got a picture of him on the website. And
Yeah.
I mean,
No wonder you were laughing when I punched up the call. That's why he was in hysterics, right?
I was wondering if that was a Davy Crockett hat or what he has on his head.
That could be it. That could be a coonskin cap.
Don't you know it's radio? Nobody cares.
Nah, he don't get it.
He's got
Major ego
talent.
problem, man. Major ego. Have a great weekend. Jane in Fort Lauderdale, Chronic Faxer and worshipful listener says, yes, Chronic I know, see? There are going to be anti-war protests in Washington, D.C. tomorrow. There will also be candlelight vigils across the world, 7 p.m. on Sunday. One will be held at A1A in Sunrise, another one at University in Sample. To find the closest protest, you go to, what is that? MoveCon.org, MOVCON.org. What does that stand for? Oh, I don't want to know. I'm sorry I said. Just finished Blinded by the Right. Sad, really sad. Yes, it is, Jane. Those self-hating faggots. Reading Nickel and Dime by Barbara Ehrenreich. It's about trying to survive on minimum wage. She tries. Fortunately, she has a writing job to go back to. Oh, well, can't change the world. Just pass the lemonade. Oh, that's the Kool-Aid, Jane.
Right.
And have a nice vacation. Thanks,
It's moveon.org.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking here.
It's goofy on my
Oh, I see. It's a bad fax. Moveon.org. MOVEON.org.
By the way, we got the books on the website already.
Did he say by the way?
Did you say by the by?
I'm sorry. It's
You
an
better not be
infection.
doing that again, Beaner boy. They'll take away your spot under Moe's billboard. That is a good idea. Oh, look at that. They're on there already. Nice going, Eric. You're the best, sweetheart. Have another sandwich on us. Have a Reuben. Look at that. The hunting of the president. The 10-year campaign to destroy Bill and Hillary Clinton, Joe Coniston and Gene Lyon, which picks, if you read the David Brock book and then you go into this, I mean, it's all right there, man. It's all there. And then Gore Vidal, which, what does it say? Oh, perpetual war and perpetual peace. How we got to be so hated by Gore Vidal. Who's brilliant in print, but that thing on TV that night they had him on CNN, made a monkey out of him. That was very sad. Don't do that again, Gore, okay? Once you get to be 100, you shouldn't be on TV no more, Gore. Well, that's right, we're going to be doing Screamless this hour. I almost forgot. See, that's what happens when you get old and febrile, Carlos.
And you have a million strokes.
Oh, and for the guy that asked, and who was very well intended, he wanted to hear about CoQ10 and about this and that. It's not that I recovered so fast from my TIA, my mini stroke, because I didn't. I can honestly say today is the first day, and I'm not saying 100%, I'd say about 95%, about 90, man. That I don't have all the fog in the head, you know, like the feeling of all the, like the blood and the cloudy, all of that crap.
I think by the time you come back.
Don't smoke those little cigars, let me
No.
tell you again. Don't be smoking those cigars, alright? And if my friend Derek is listening, when I come back to town, we go to Pompano Park, no more of those little cigars, okay? You damn near killed me. He certainly helped out. Not that I did do a lot of my own. But the little cigars, and you remember very specifically, I told you these things put your head in a fog. You feel like there's a cloud in your head. And you chain smoke them because they're little, they're tiny, you know.
And they're
Of
yummy.
course, sometimes, it's like a Chinese buffet. When they're small, you keep putting one after another in your mouth, like mushrooms. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil. How
Yes,
you doing
sir.
today?
Great.
Congratulations on all the new billboards.
How do you like that? 5 billboards. I guess that's one for each year I've been on QAM. We first went for 5 years, didn't have any, and now 3 months later we got 5.
Well, that's a great thing, but I've got one question about it, though.
Yeah.
Why are they putting these billboards up right now? You got 5 up before. We've never been able to get billboards from anyone before.
Yeah.
And they're going up the week the week before you're going away on vacation.
You know something? Leave it to our listeners to do it. That's an excellent point. And let me just tell you this. I give them my vacation schedule months ahead of time. So they knew damn well when I was going on vacation, but that's them, you know.
Well, you know, and it's not like Georgia's show isn't a good show or anything like that.
Well, I mean, but the point is people will see Neil Rogers 9 to 1. They'll turn on QAM and they'll hear George there mumbling away and they'll say, who the hell wants to listen to that crap?
Oh, my God.
Right.
They'll tune in thinking they've got...
They'll say that's the big deal. That's the guy with the glasses up there that they put up these 5 billboards all around town for this little putzel out here?
For English anti-Castro radio?
Oh, my God.
Well, I was just wondering about that, Neil.
That's an excellent point, sir. You're hired. You're in management right now.
And I hope you have a very nice vacation and a safe one.
Thank you, and you start on Monday.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye-bye. Okay, we're doing screenless. I don't see any calls on there. I see one. Isn't that depressing? I mean, they were starting to that, but I guess they wanted the green light for screenless. Here's the only one we got, QAM.
Your wife's a great lady.
My wife is a great lay.
Yeah.
Was that good or what?
Yeah, it's excellent. Your wife is a great lay. I had her.
Better you than me. WQAM. QAM. WQAM.
Neil.
Yes.
Hey, I just saw your billboard on 112.
Yeah.
Out of sight, you're God. But, already the turkey buzzards have gotten to it. There's like green drizzle on it. And it spells out something. I can just make it out. Let me see. M-O-E. Moe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Okay. That was excellent, wasn't it?
Oh.
Like I said, they're going to be great. Screenless till 1 o'clock. They're going to be sensational, or not, as the case may be.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
What's next? Dead babies?
Yes! The Middle Eastern world will be exploded. Saddam had people killed with the gas that we sold him. First-time aggressor nation and the only one that's growing. Now more blood will be spilled to get that oil flowing. Forget about Korea and the nukes they're toting, and the right wing is drilling it over and over into our heads that Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. "3,000 people killed are now forgotten. Let's exploit them instead. Hey, there's oil to be gotten. Going after Saddam to placate Osama. There's no longer mention of the name Bin Laden, but no one seems concerned. All comfy and complacent, believing every word of this cartel administration that controls us by fear through media manipulation. And the right wing is drilling it over and over into our heads that Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. The loss of civil rights is the price that we're paying. We're all suspects now, Nazi Ashcroft is saying. I have nothing to hide, table talkers all are saying. Blind obedient cattle don't have any reservation. Without unprovoked battle and world annihilation. Old regimes must fall and Halliburton installed with no objection at all. Democrats don't have the balls, and the right wing is drilling it over and over into our brainwashed heads. Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. Yes. Only Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction.
You understand the couple from everyone.
We sure do. 1219 at 560. Now, isn't this interesting that we had these two faxes back to back?
Isn't it?
Here's one that says, I'm puzzled. I heard Hank's trying to get the Beast to date for some contest. Now, I love Hank as a talk host, Neil, and the Beast looks like his son, but when's the last date Hank had that he didn't pay for? Well, that's none of your business. Here's one that says, haven't heard anything lately about the Beast getting laid in the Bahamas. Well, that is a good point. Now, did we just Schmidt-can that promotion? It's still on their website on QM.com.
No, it's still going on and will go on.
Well, how come we don't hear any more promos for it?
On our show?
Yeah.
Because we don't want to make a 5-minute break.
That's right, because we're all sold out. We don't have any. That's right. Good point, Carlos. Excellent.
Thank you.
All sold out. Lots of spots on this show. Oh! Yeah, Mo, I just mentioned that, Mo, since the sales department's always bellyaching about what a hard time they have selling your show. Did he already bag a babe, the beast?
No.
Or did they bag the idea? No, they did not bag the idea. If not, how many chicks have signed up? Have a great vacation. Thank you. Do we know how many have signed up?
About 30, man.
He only wishes. I have a feeling nobody's signed up. Now, what's this that you're faxing me now at this stage of the game?
Yeah, it's my fault. He gave it to me like an hour ago, but...
And Miguel, I should tell you this. Miguel emailed me the picture of the new billboard on 112 going to the Miami International. And it looks just like me on there. It says,
oh, God.
9 to 1, 560 WQAM. Although, I'm a little bit leery of one thing on the billboards. They look great, but like on Hank's, it says the Hammer, 3 to 7. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if anybody doesn't know that that's his nickname on the station, then they have no idea that it's Hank Goldberg. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Because Hank's been around the market for 100 years.
Right, they might think it's MC Hammer.
Yeah, right, that's right. Might get us kind of a different audience. But I'm serious. I mean, I guarantee you, Hank's been on the station, about 7 years on QAM? Longer than us.
Mm-hmm.
6, 7 years, whatever it's been. And, people know Hank Goldberg. They know the name. And like when he goes on ESPN, I don't know, because I don't think I've ever seen Hank on ESPN. I've seen him on the ABC thing with the racing. But like they don't say, oh, well, here's the Hammer to talk about the Kentucky Derby. He's Hank Goldberg. It's just my own, I could be wrong. I'm certainly not belly aching. We got 5 billboards. That's right. Let's talk it up big. So thanks, Miguel. And just to show you we appreciate it, stop by Mom Wireless today from 5 to 6 this afternoon, located inside the Home Depot in Margate at 2173 North State Road 7. Win prizes and register to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Florida Marlins home game. Woo! Heavy duty. That's MOM, Mom Wireless, 5 to 6 today in the Home Depot in Margate, 2173 North State Road 7. And George will be out tomorrow. He's out another one of his outings again. He's coming out tomorrow. 3 to 5 at Rick Case Honda on Weston Road in Griffin. Weston Road and Griffin. What is that? Is that Weston?
I guess. Weston Road and Griffin, it's like by 595.
No, I know where it is, but I'm just wondering what you call it. Anyway, stop by to win prizes and enjoy free pizza from Pizza Heaven, located right in front of Rick Case. Huh.
How handy.
Isn't that something? So George is going to be, now who else is going to be there with you?
Miguel.
Miguel will be there? Miguel will be there having some free food, some free chow? Maybe Doreen will be there. What do you think?
No.
Maybe she can tell you the real, I guess she already did tell you the real story.
Mm-hmm.
She said she hates you like poison, Mo. She can't stand you. You're an obnoxious, fuddy-duddy, impossible old man. That's what Doreen said. Doreen the Queen. The dancing machine. Dow's up 45. The NASDAQ, however, has slipped just a little bit, 2.5 points in the negative. Red arrow. So they come up with this Middle East proposal now. Israel must support the Palestinian state, and the Palestinians have to do this, and bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bum. And so, isn't this interesting? They should have been doing this like 2 years ago.
Yeah, wasn't Bubba doing that?
And you remember the comments, we're not going to get bogged down in the Middle East in that whole Israeli-Palestinian thing like the Clinton administration did. We're not going to get bogged down. We got bigger fish to fry, like taking away everybody's civil rights. And then all of a sudden 9/11 happened, and now all of it, the same isolationist bastards, now all of a sudden they're experts all over the world. We're going to solve it. And of course, if they do, see, it seems to me, because they told CBS News, which I forgot to mention, in a moment less than clarity, they tell CBS News, oh, guess what? Al-Qaeda is in total disarray. In fact, Dan Rather had it on last night. Did you see it on the CBS News?
Yeah.
That Al-Qaeda is basically beat. But on the other hand, in the same sentence, they're saying, but we know there's going to be another attack and they're going to kill a bunch of innocent people. They just can't do it like they did before. So in other words, a bunch of double talk. But if that's true, and of course there are many other terrorist groups, but if that's true, since they were the main focus of our POCUS, and if this Middle East peace thing is going again, those are 2 more reasons not to be going into Iraq. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not to be stirring up the whole Muslim world and getting everybody whipped up into a frenzy. If our goal is really peace instead of war. See what I'm saying?
No.
Makes an awful lot of sense to me.
Let's whack the hornet's nest instead.
Yeah, let's whack it. While we're watching, Are You Hot? 17 votes for Are You Hot, by the way. See, a lot of people haven't seen it yet. I guarantee you, if you ask in a couple of weeks, you'll see. They'll say, oh, by the way, you guys are right. That's a pretty hot show. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Screenless. WQAM.
Neil, can I talk to
Yes.
Neil?
Yes, sir, speaking. Okay. Your people are at it again. Your people. I thought Cayocha was last weekend. They're getting whipped up to a frenzy anyway. I guess just maybe they're getting ready for the war. Una bomba grande. WQAM.
Hi there.
Yes, sir.
I just heard something on the radio that was rather chilling. Our dear friend Dr. Laura is stating that all of the protesters are being financed by the Friends of the Communists.
Oh, no.
Isn't that lovely? Yes, sir.
Friends of what? Friends of what communists? There are no communists.
90% of the war protesters are being financed by Friends of Communists.
Comunista. Well, I tell you, that bitch, she needs to be strapped to a pole for a few hours.
She sure does. Goodbye.
Thanks for the good news. Commie pinko bastards, Martin Sheen and Barbara Streisand and all you other anti-war people and the Dixie Chicks, etc. Comunista. No, and what a great, you see that Quinella there?
Right.
We had Muddy Cohn, and then we had this guy telling us about Dr. Laura again.
Who's a masochista.
You know Dr. Laura.
That fucking bitch.
Yeah, that's the one. No, she's a justa. Now. All of a sudden she got religion. It rubbed off, I guess. She got married to this Orthodox Jew, and she became an Orthodox Jew, which of course is the worst kind.
Oy!
Make no mistake about that. Like Jew Lieberman. There's another good one for it. Maybe Jew Lieberman can elope with Dr. Laura. Save us a lot of problems in the future.
Fine thing. She's a nice lady.
She's a wonderful woman, and she never stole a freight train. And where's the Homentashen? Hey, by the way, speaking of that, did you ever tell me what day Purim was?
Yes, I did. It's the 18th of next week.
The 18th of next week?
Not to be confused with the 18th of the week after.
The 18th of March.
Happy Purim!
I'll be damned. So that means on my vacation, and that's the day the war starts.
Right.
That's for Purim Day. So on Purim, the war is going to start. So listen, fight it out between the poppy seed and the prune, Homentashen. At Sunrise Lakes, they're going to be heaving them back and forth at each other. And then those little hard ones, those little, oh man, those things are nasty. You've seen those.
Yeah.
And in fact, George probably knows more about Homentashen than all the Yidlach out there. That's right.
And more Yiddish, too, as a matter of fact.
We've educated him very well about the difference between those make-believe phony ersatz Homentashen, those little very small, hard, triangular pieces of cement, and the real good ones, the big, dark brown, fluffy ones with the poppy seeds on the outside.
Everyone still insists those are the real ones.
What?
The hard ones.
Well, you know what? Chubman 27 past noon at 560 WQAM. Hey, I'll tell you where there's some great chow. Flora's has been serving up great food in South Florida in Dade County for about 5,000 years now. And while everybody else in that neighborhood just went the way of the wind, every other business kind of like vanished, Flora's is not only still there, but they're going stronger than ever. Nothing at Flora's comes out of the can. The food is as fresh as the fallen snow in Toronto. And you can tell by that just made fresh taste, from the sauce to the freshly made pizza dough and fresh baked garlic rolls too. They bake them right there on the premises at Flora's every single day. They give you big fat portions at teeny tiny prices. They use more cheese and meats on their pies than anybody else in town. In fact, you'll have cheese from your head to your rectum when you walk out of there. Here's the address. They're at 731 Northeast 79th Street off Biscayne Boulevard, the same location they've always been at. Or you can call Flores and get your stuff delivered at 305-758-5351. In fact, when you go to Flores, look across the street and you'll say, oh my gosh, Sonny's Market used to be over there. Did you tell me he's still there?
I forgot what they said. Somebody called up and said that, they were.
Sonny's is still there. Thank God for that. Anyway, call Flores and get your delivery. 305-758-5351. They deliver from 34th and Biscayne all the way to 135th and Biscayne, 135th. They'll go to Quayside, Cricket Club, the Jockey Club. Flores even delivers as far west as 12th Avenue and east to Collins and 71st Street. Give them a call. If you're nice to little Judy when you call, she'll tell you about all kinds of great specials like $13.99 gets you a large cheese pie, a liter of soda, and 6 delicious mouth-watering chicken wings. Call Flores anytime you're hungry. 305-758-5351. That's 305-758-5351. And be sure and tell them that crusty old Neil told you to call.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Friday, you bastard. All right.
Much better.
Bush administration to be respected.
Administrations to be respected.
Very good. You may continue. No tricks.
Twelve 34 at 560 WQM. Happy Friday to you. I couldn't believe when you were telling me this before the show about Howard Sperm.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were joking me. We were talking about the Are You Hot
Right.
show. But here it is from the A&P. Howard Sperm has sued ABC and the producers of the series Are You Hot to search for America's Sexiest People, claiming the show is based on ideas that aired on his radio program. The lawsuit filed yesterday in Superior Court accuses the network of copying unique aspects of a Stern radio segment in which members of his crew and guests evaluate the bodies of in-studio contestants. Stern is seeking $100 million in damages. The 49-year-old radio personality claims ABC's show duplicates some tactics used on his show, including blunt criticism of contestants and the use of a laser pointer to highlight areas of their bodies, which I noticed that your buddy did once last night.
Yeah.
Lorenzo. Are You Hot features contestants in various stages of dress, mostly undress, posing in front of three panelists who rate them solely on looks. The show is produced by Scott Einziger, a former executive producer of Stern's Eat cable show, and former Stern sidekick Jackie Martland. Is that Jackie the Joke Man?
Yeah.
Is listed as a consultant.
Yeah.
Before ABC's program debuted, Stern was still in talks to develop a TV series based on his radio segment. According to the lawsuit, he planned to broadcast the show possibly on a pay cable channel that wouldn't be subject to censorship. But when ABC aired Are You Hot talks for a Stern TV show collapsed, the lawsuit began. Stern says he warned the network the series would be misappropriation, but ABC disregarded him, and now he's suing for $100 million.
Oh!
Good luck to you, Howard.
Next,
like
he's going to sue Marconi
right?
for stealing his idea about radio, and then the first angle, he's going to sue him for stealing English.
Do you think that he needs the money or the publicity most? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Damn it.
Hello? Yes, sir.
Holding for Neil.
Speaking.
Neil,
Yes, I am.
listen, I had two bones to pick with you, Neil.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening to the show for about 15 years.
Uh-huh.
Now, George is starting to get that laugh. You know that laugh? That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So, need to take care of George. Make sure he's, lays off the laugh a little bit. Cause
Yeah, lay off the laugh, George. Okay.
The other thing is, Neil, I mean, you've been ragging on the Canadians for years and years and years, and now you're up.
They're French Canadians, not the. See, you better know you're Canadians, mister, because you sure don't.
Yeah, well, I don't, because,
The French Canadians are in Quebec, eh? They're in Montreal. We don't got no frogs here in Ontario and Toronto.
Okay.
Not allowed, man. No say
All right.
permission aquí.
Okay.
Got it?
Good.
Okay,
Happy
Zygus
Forum.
on. Okay.
So anyway, before you take
Yes?
another great call, we have a special guest in the studio, of course. It's our regular Friday segment.
Oh, I almost forgot about Fatso. Okay, well, we can find out before we get into the... What? We can fig out.
Maybe you can fag out.
Before we get to the weight thing about how he's doing, how many applicants do we have? How many supplicants?
I think we actually are starting to get some in now.
Well, give me like a number.
I don't know. I'm not in charge of that. That's a Clarence thing.
We're starting to get some in.
Yeah.
Good. So in other words, you're not choosy. This is just to have a companion to go somewhere like.
Exactly.
You know, like on Guiding Light. What's his name is a companion. Now Ben is a companion. He's an escort.
You know, they get separate rooms when they go to the Crystal Palace, you realize.
I think you should,
enough.
I think you should emphasize that, okay? In fact, I think they're going to be in separate wings of the casino.
No pressure.
Separate elevators, separate wings. The only wings that the beast will be, he'll be eating those. Now, how are you doing on Balance for Life?
I lost a pound this week.
I don't know.
So now, well, at least the one good thing I'll say that would make you 228.
Yes.
Right.
So that equals the all-time low. That's not bad. That's 56 pounds off since you started.
Right.
And, I mean, we'll be perfectly honest with the audience. He hasn't exactly been on a straight and narrow path the whole time.
No.
Went on a couple of cruises with his well-to-do parents who keep knocking. You know, see, if your parents really cared about you, I would say if they loved you, but that would be carrying it too far. If they cared about you even a little bit, they wouldn't be doing that. They wouldn't be putting that temptation in front of your eyes.
They're actually planning another cruise and a trip to Vegas, so.
To a bariatric hospital, I hope.
Yeah, that's what we hope. No, see, you're not paying any attention to me. Like it's a joke. You're talking to a guy that just had his second stroke. And you know what it came from? Besides Moe Howard David and QAM and Greg Reed, the other thing was fat. Fat and inactive. Now, are you at least working it out a little bit?
I am working out. I have a trainer. I'm working out.
You have a trainer?
Yeah.
I think what he really means is he ate at Monty Trainers is what he's trying to say. He has a trainer. Just like that chimp on the new maid for Mrs. Wallace on Passions. He's got a trainer. Probably the same one that's training the chimp. Well, nice going, Beast. Not too bad. And Mo, we understand, is very upset over this promotion you're doing. That's the word I'm hearing, which is another reason we like it a lot.
It's okay. He brings me up every morning, so it's good publicity.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Well, about what?
I don't know. He likes to throw me in there in his little shtick.
Likes to throw you under the bus?
He's all-inclusive. Carlos is in there now.
Yeah, that's getting so crowded out of that bus, man. We're going to have to get a fleet of buses. They're going to have to get some Mack trucks in the QM parking lot because Mo keeps throwing everybody under there. He tried to throw Doreen under there, but she wouldn't fit. Poor Doreen, the queen, man. I'll tell you, I give her big marks, man, for big balls. More than you got, Beast.
I'd have to agree.
That's not saying much.
No, but seriously, she had big balls. She went right to his face. She said, "You mother-scratching piece of old," whatever she said. She's not taking any crap from that curmudgeon-y old piece of dirt. And then she kicked his bag right in his puss, is what I heard. She kicked his colostomy bag right in his puss.
You're a bastard.
Exactly. Nice going, Doreen. We take everything back.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Don't you go back to Canada, you Jew bastard.
Harry's a fairy and he's gonna get married. Harry's a fairy and he's gonna get married. Self-hating homo, so he's gotta get married. Homo has to cover it all. He's a queer homo, mincing poop and a brown-nosing queen with lead in his shoes, bald and confused, self-hating Jew who wears panties underneath his suit.
I'm actually a lesbian.
Mary's a neocon fairy, so he's gotta get married. Harry's a fairy and he's gonna get married. Self-hating homo, now he's gotta get married. Spokesman of the White House, homo.
The final diplomatic moments.
He's a fan of jackbooted schmuck with a blow-up doll of John Ascroft. That's what he sold for Nancy Brown Hall, and he never eats tuna on a roll. Harry's a screaming, leaping fairy, so he's gotta get married.
You're gay.
Harry's a fairy and he's gonna get married. Self-hating homo, but he's gonna get married. Homo has to cover it all. Homo has to cover it all.
Just to get a resolution. Mike, I'm not aware that's even an eventuality or circumstance that anybody else has suggested, let alone the leaders of those nations.
So what he's saying, Ari, he's saying that we're in the final stages of diplomatic, whatever. You know what that means? We're on Tuesday. Oh! Get ready. Strap yourselves in. And wouldn't it be great for you to be there, like, oversee the war coverage?
Right.
You and Carlos.
Our one and only local correspondents.
Our news department at QAM, George Rodriguez and Carlos Schmendrick. I don't even know what Carlos's last name is, and we don't want to know. Don't tell us.
Like Madonna, I don't have one.
Little Beaner Boy and Jorge.
It ends with a Z.
Anchoring the news coverage, Melendez, Mendez, Rodriguez, Gomez,
Fernandez,
something.
Sanchez.
Probably Smith. 5670560, pound 560 on it. Wasn't that just opportune that Ari should pop up on CNN on my TV screen right in the middle of that magnificent bit? It was just one of those things again, you know? Just all falling right into line. WQAM.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
The last few days you've been playing that Ari song. I have no idea what happened with Ari Fleischer. Did something come out about it?
I beg your pardon?
I have no idea what happened with Ari Fleischer. What you guys been playing that Ari Fleischer song?
What do you mean what happened with him?
Did he say something or?
Yeah, he said
on the ground in the Middle East.
That's what he said. 5670560.
Oi!
Pound 560 on the AT&T.
For peace between Israel and Palestinian.
And Verizon wireless line. WQAM.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
I'm great.
I'm not doing so well. I've been listening to some of these callers lately. I took a little break because of my job, and I couldn't listen to your show, unfortunately, and just recently been starting to listen back to it.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, what happened to this place?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I hear it, like, for example, since you're doing the no-screen routine here, you know, every now and then you hear that little, somebody's calling you a homo or something, they hang up real fast, and they run back to their radio so they can drool over your next word.
Right, and they're squeezing themselves, right.
Unbelievable. Nothing ever changes. If anything, it's getting worse down in this
You're right. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm in Toronto with a big smile on my face looking out the sunshine. It's going to be a beautiful weekend.
Unbelievable. I'm telling you, I'm packing my bags and I'm getting out of Dodge.
I'll see you at the border, eh?
Hey, have a good weekend, Neil. Have
You too.
a great
Thanks.
time. Bye-bye.
Thanks. See, there you go. He's catching on. This show is, I've told you that for years, and that's the truth. This show and the people who call it are a direct reflection of what South Florida is all about, at least on the call-in end. There can be no question about that. It's kind of like taking a rectal thermometer and sticking it into the anus of that state, of that penisula. Oh, there's Wolf Blitzkrieg.
And throughout the weekend, we're all...
Oh, it's just a promo. I thought there was like something really important for him to be on at this time of day, Wolf Blitzkrieg. Wouldn't you assume that something really like major important was going on, wouldn't you? No. He's a pain in the ass. He's another shill. Another shill. And we got Peter Arnett over there speaking of Comunista. Can you believe that? The Dr. Laura said that those people who are protesting against the war are 90% of them are communists?
I'm shocked and surprised.
I mean, somebody ought to tell Dr. Laura that that Comunista crap went out with Moe's checkered pants.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Oh, what I give to count votes once more and get who we all voted for. Why did you want this? Dum, lips drumming, stupid geek. Mindless drunk and rich kid. He's even dumber than me. He's President Dumb. You don't care what it took. You got him in by hook or crook. The Christian right knows what's best for you and I, but have no fear. We've got a great leader here with President Dumb. President Dumb.
12:56. Couldn't resist the opportunity to play that one more time.
No.
Before vacation.
No.
I couldn't do it.
Exciting.
Anyway, we got 618 votes on the poll. Not too shabby. Which TV reality show do you like best? They all suck. 53.3% say they all suck. 330. 60 say they like the Osbournes best. 53 Survivor. American Idol 29. Fear Factor 23. Are You Hot? And Real World MTV 19. Blind Date 17. The Amazing Race 14. Joe Millionaire 13. Big Brother 6, Anna Nicole Smith Show 5, and it's, all single digits. Several of them have none. But 53.3% say they all suck. Obviously, they haven't seen Are You Hot yet, right?
Right.
In fact, probably Howard Sperm wouldn't want them to see Are You Hot. Anyway, don't forget, now what do you get making sounds there?
Oh,
Don't be
just
doing that.
I was making a yummy sound. I was just thinking
Don't
about
be
lunch.
making sounds about Howard Sperm. Stop by the Mom Wireless from 5 to 6 this afternoon inside the Home Depot in Margate at 2173 North State Road 7. Win prizes, probably our usual stuff, and register to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Florida Marlins home game.
Oh!
Any interest?
No.
Come on. I bet you Miguel's going to be there, right?
Yes.
He's going to be working on it. And then George and Miguel will be out 3 to 5 tomorrow afternoon at Rick Case Honda on Weston Road in Griffin. Stop by to win our usual very low budget QM prizes there, but enjoy free pizza from Pizza Heaven located right in front of Rick Case. You know, I can take this thing now and I can Schmidt can it. Yeah. The schedule? Huh?
Right.
And don't forget the Mad Dog's off today. More power to him. Joe Rose sitting in for the Mad Dog. The little dog will be on there.
Ran into Joe in the hall, as a matter of fact.
And what do you have to say?
He says that he's delighted that Moe's started back up again. And that the feud's back on. He's enjoying both shows more than ever before. It's hysterical.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Always like that, Joe Rose, who says that Moe's an asshole, by the way, but that's just his opinion, you know? What does he know?
He said, you guys are under his skin like a chigger.
I see. Joe Rose said that. Hank Goldberg at Gulfstream. Hank's doing a show from out at the racetrack this afternoon, so you know he will not be paying an awful lot of attention. 3 to 6:50, he'll be plunging his brains out. And then at 6:50, we got UM against Rutgers baseball. 10 o'clock, we got Eddie K from GA. And then 2 and 7 overnight, it's ESPN Radio. That's the agenda. Now, there's several, you know, little things to, oh, that's right, Beauty and the Beast. Now, when is that happening?
When?
Oh, that's right, March 26th on that live broadcast. This is when they're going to hook the Beast up with this beautiful, voluptuous young lady.
Or whoever shows up.
Or some, you know, maybe the Beastess. Huh? The Beast and the Beastess. Or maybe a real beauty. We can have Beauty and the Beast. Wouldn't that be great? That's the name of the promotion. It's
so
a Beauty for the Beast promotion.
Aww.
Is there any chance?
No.
He'll take anything that's alive, okay? In fact, if Dwight Lauderdale wants to loan the Beast and Bishop's body for that weekend, he'd be more than Gentile to accept it. So like I said, George and Little Beaner Boy are going to bring you the next war, the Iraq attack next week on QM, and the assignment, of course, is listen every minute of every day, right? Isn't that their homework assignment?
Right.
And we're going to be right on top of it. Every shot, every dead Iraqi, every dead scumbag, we'll have it for you right here on QAM, where we are radio station.
Bye, bye, bye! The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.